Elon, I was hoping that you'd be here. I don't expect you to be here long, but me and Fancy Chef will be in attendance. So 1 second, let me 1 second. I gotta invite him. 1 second. Good to see you, sir. You're a blessing. Where would I be without? Okay. He's like, how do I? What's up, Derek? He's like, how do I do that? How do I go live? You're always live. What do you mean how I do it? Get your strawberries out. Yeah, you're the man, Elon. If I think about you hard enough, I start crying. We're not doing that now. I have strawberries to prevent that. Yeah, they don't make them like you no more. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, I just text him too. I say, hey, Fancy, go ahead and get ready. Be poised. In the words of Thomas Keller, be poised. We have a pickup. We have a pickup, sir. So yeah, sorry about the awkward silence or awkward waiting, but we're just waiting for Fancy Chef. And yeah, I get annoyed easily too. So let's do this. Let's give him a timeline. Let's give him before I call him. Let's yeah. Oh, there he is, Fancy Chef. You joined. Nice. Hey, Fancy, Fancy, we're here. You have to accept. Hold on. 1 second, Fancy. Hold on. Fancy, I invited you. Don't overthink it. Just hit a button. Fancy Chef? All right, cool. Yes, you're good. Yes, let's do it. Yeah, we're live. For the most part. Pitmaster, what's up? We're about to go live with Fancy Chef. Accept. Here we go. Fancy Chef, don't overthink it. Oh boy. Yeah, I Fancy. Yeah, Chef Joshua Lee, what's up? Fancy Chef. Fancy. There needs to be there's a button that all you got to do is hit a button. Hey, what's up, Chef? Chef Vanessa, what's up? We're about to talk with Fancy Chef. You guys have any questions? It's not funny. Sorry. You have any questions? You can reach out. Hey, Vanessa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. What's up, man?
What's happening? What's happening, everybody?
Everybody. In the words of Martin Lawrence, respect the host. I'm joking. Whatever. How you living? You good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you at IHOP? Where you at?
Secret location. Secret restaurant location.
Okay, my bad.
Huh?
Well, I'm Fancy Chef minded. I got this. I got my strawberries. I'll stop right there. Here's the white. Never mind. Anyway, I think I'm appreciating the new look. The hood. I don't see that often. I usually see you with the curls or the hat.
What's going on, guys? Y'all all right?
If anyone want to ask questions or jump in, feel free. But Fancy, I told you before, and I said it on a podcast that you have a formula that worked for you. You have something that actually worked, like work. And you post like, I don't know, 18, 20 times a day, and some don't go viral and some do. Google will tell you not to do that, but you didn't care about none of that, and you kept on doing your own thing. and now look at you. Like you totally like broke all the rules. Like you totally like whatever rules they said to do on social media, you weren't even paying attention, and you just and now you did your own thing. Now you're like at 100+ thousand followers. That's crazy.
Yeah, actually, you got to do it that way. I'm going to say that you don't get nowhere if you don't go after it. You don't get
Yeah,
nowhere if you don't attack it.
right.
Breaking rules is fine. The consequences are astronomical in this case.
Yeah,
So
you ain't lying.
um, I say break the rules. Always find something that you could post. Always find something that going to be, a, appearing appeasing the people.
Uh huh.
It'll work out. And again, do something different. If you do the ordinary and the regular, people not gonna watch that. You gotta
No.
make a little twist on it, some way, somehow. It's pretty
Yeah.
much how I go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't kidding. You're pretty good about the what is it the ordinary the unordinary. You're pretty good about that. Hold on. When he had this and the lamb chops was right here, that was the one that I think caught everyone's attention.
Uh,
That's not even including the drinks. That's not even including the Cardi B's and Rihanna's and the Beyonce's. And that's not even including that. But before that, you were just whatever you felt like it, and it seemed like it worked.
yeah, yeah. I can't remember exactly. Um, that might be when some people saw it and it pulled off, but I think there were others. I don't know if the cheesecake came after. Um,
Oh, that was wild too. That was crazy.
um, I, I,
The ice cream cone on top of the cheesecake with the thyme and yeah,
the strawberries and all that saturated in
with a fudge
the
sickle.
alcohol and
Yeah,
shit. Yeah, so I don't particularly remember exactly how it took off, but it all took off, and I'm glad. So yeah,
yeah. You're a wild boy. You're a wild boy
was your
for
comments
sure.
or the comments is still? Uh,
Yeah. They're just in awe of you. That's probably what it is.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, Anybody got any questions? I don't know what my followers on.
I know. I got one. Elon Halls want to know where you're from, sir.
New York City.
But you get a lot of bread in Florida.
I go all over, so it doesn't. I don't limit myself, so I
I
go
heard
all
it
over
there.
the place.
I remember didn't I saw on your earlier work like 2013 YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Where in New York City? He was with.
Uh, Pretty much lived all over the place. I didn't. I wasn't. I lived in every borough. I didn't. One place, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, all of them. So
Oh, all the okay.
yeah,
You
outside of
spend
it.
more
So
time in Queens or the Bronx or Manhattan? Which one you spend more time in?
probably Queens a lot of it.
Okay, Queens. Yeah, my man, JSP Farms got a question. How do you develop your palate, sir?
How do I develop it?
Yeah. How do you develop your palate? And will you be defending a victory against Philip Franklin Lee? Will you be doing a rematch? Joe Claire, what's up?
I don't know. I got some other stuff planned. I don't know. Develop a palate is I don't think many people know because I haven't expressed clearly a lot about uh, my journey. Some of it I have, but I've been in
Right,
food a long time. I didn't just jump on the internet and get on food. I've been doing it my entire life, so it's nothing new. It's
right.
not it's nothing new to me. So it's kind of
Like second nature or something.
I've been doing it a long time. So like I said, it's not
40
new.
years.
So
40.
yeah, been doing it a
40.
long time. So developing a palate was that came very young. So then I branched out. So didn't take no time. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
What question did he
yeah.
have?
You said what?
What question did he have
No,
today?
it was just, yeah, he said, how did you develop it? their palate, and then after that, he was wanting to know if we're going to defend their title against Franklin Lee, Philip Franklin Lee. Like you can do a rematch.
Am I gonna defend my title?
Yeah, because he just you bodied him in a cook off, and so he's wanting to know if there's going to be a part two.
Uh, there's gonna be a part two with other people. It's not gonna be him anymore. There's gonna be other chefs that's coming on. I don't want to give up the names as of yet, but
Okay.
there's gonna be other chefs. So I'm in talks with them and some other people. Listen, if you feel like you want to do it, I welcome it. If you're a chef, you feel like you stand a chance. I don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. There's another chef on social media. He said he called everybody out. He said if you're a chef and you want to go against me, and if you, I forgot how he said it, but he was just like 50 centing it. He called everybody out. It's like, look, if you're a chef, you want to battle me,
Hmm.
and he said we'll put some money on the line. He was really thorough. I think I think you got tagged in that post. It was a post a while, like a month ago. Some guy was like, "Hey, if you want to let's cook. We'll put some money
Oh
down." He said, "I don't care where you at." Yeah, he was real greasy with it.
no, I didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, I pretty much I go on shows myself, and
Uh-huh.
people sponsor me. I don't really put up money, but I can,
Heard
and
that.
that's easy. But that's not a problem. So, but I normally go on shows, and you kind of get both the
Uh-huh.
money, exposure, everything paid for.
Man, I
So
heard
when I
that.
went on Segura, I got everything paid for. I
Woo-hoo.
didn't pay for anything. So,
Drink to
um,
that.
so when you live that type of life, I don't see putting up my own money the reason. But
Boy, I heard that.
okay, so why do it when somebody else could do it? That's all. Pretty much it.
In the words of Willie Nelson, if you got the money, I got the time.
Okay.
Willie Nelson didn't write it, but he sung it. It's an old country song. If you got the money, I got the time.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I heard that.
So,
A friend of mine told me recently that he got someone wanted him to do a dinner, and he had to pay for the flight out of his own pocket. So it was like that's crazy. It's like you want me there, but you making me pay for everything. That's crazy.
yeah, you could do that, but that's
No,
where you get. That's no. You could do that to get it, but that's where you overcharge and you get your money back. But I tell people if you're gonna do that, the way you don't lose is you charge a booking fee just to book you. That's how you
I
can
heard
tell
that.
people that serious will do it. And then the new thing I implemented is people call you, you implement a consultation fee to speak. If people really serious about booking you, they'll pay it.
Hmm.
You have to in all phases of it. You have to show your seriousness and if somebody really want to book you. So that's
Right.
pretty much how you do that.
Yeah.
So I don't think you tagged me in this because my people it's like
No.
20. Yeah, it's
No.
21 people over here.
Yeah, no, it goes like that on live sometimes. People actually have lives. Because like I went on your live yesterday and you only had it was like 6 or 7 or something like that at one point. But sometimes it goes up, it goes down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it
Uh,
just yeah. But some of your followers on here, I don't. Some of your
you
people,
don't
I don't know.
recommend?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and they
Any other
probably
questions? Any other questions, guys?
who who has a question? I got a few, but let everyone ask. You know, let me see who's hold on. I got my play cousin on here. His last name is Weathers. We just call him like my play cousin.
Uh-huh.
Hey Malik, any questions? Joshua, any questions? Odd Chef.
Who?
No, there's a gentleman right here, Odd Chef. Albert,
Oh,
what's up? Yeah, I work with some of these people on here, and
oh yeah.
yeah. So Odd Chef, ooh, bless my heart, 1316. Hold on.
Hmm.
Anyway, this is the Odd Chef right here, and they killing it, merchandise and all that. That's where you got to ship. That's where Fancy, you got to. I know you ain't like the beautiful and nice. You ain't checking for it, but I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to see like pictures of your face on stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No,
People
no.
don't buy it.
No, I got all those things in the works. It's just let me
Okay.
let me just turtle walk it a little bit for now. But I got all those things in the work, so won't be a problem. Hey guys, on my live, are y'all on the other live as well? Or y'all just here on mine? I open up my other phone and see if they're here.
So the thing is, um, e- everyone that's rocking with me and rocking with you, they're seeing it at the same time. It's not just me. You're not like on my page. I'm not on your page. It's us sharing.
Oh,
That's how it goes.
all right. Guys, any more questions? Any tips or whatever it may be? I don't know. However you want to do it.
Yeah, Justin, the curator. Any questions? What's up?
Hey,
What's
don't
up,
get
Justin?
stage fright now. It's all right, guys.
Bench yourself is friendly. He don't bite. He's not going to overcharge us.
Yeah.
So no, that's the thing though. So I really wanted you to that story that you told me, um the one where, because basically I'm a huge fan of just just going for something like hey, Justin said he did a strawberry recipe.
You need strawberry ice cream?
He did strawberry. I don't know.
Uh, so pretty much, like I said, being notarized, being looked at, and getting notarized by, I mean, getting recognized by people.
Hmm.
I had a guy contact me. This is in the beginning stage when I went on the show the first time. Some people don't know there's two shows on Tom Segura. Some
Okay.
people think it's just that one show.
Yeah.
So I went on. The guy hit me up. I was in Miami. Um,
Hey, y'all, listen
I'm-
to the story. This is the story. Listen. Okay, good.
so uh, he was doing a wedding and proposing to his girlfriend, who's going to become his wife.
Okay.
He first, it was, chef, you charge a lot. I said, if you say so. Um, so I said, all right, I'll look out for you. Um, he pretty much came over the number $3,000, 1,500 for both of them. He sent
Hmm.
me a round trip ticket, first class, hotel, everything. So pretty much is this: when you set your prices high,
Hmm.
you can't say that they're too high because there are people that will pay for it. Right now, let's just say I was in McDonald's, Burger King, or let's say I was in a seafood restaurant or steakhouse.
Yeah.
Right? Chances is I'm not looked at as somebody, but being that I've been on a area platform that a known one, people are paid for the experience. They see you on, all right, I want this. The young lady or the guy say, it happened to me plenty of times.
Yeah.
Plenty of times. And I go, why don't you book somebody in your area? And they go, no, 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 no. My girlfriend, my wife, my brother, my sister, my cousin. Like there was a guy that was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
sent me some money to do a happy birthday for his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law had a restaurant up there,
Okay.
and it led to me doing it and me going up there to cook for them and so on and so forth. So what happens is, when you known, the
Hmm.
prices do go up.
Okay.
A lot of time people go, oh,
That's that guy from, yeah.
yeah, so people go, oh, I can't charge that, I can't get that. Because there's different strokes for different folks, there's different upper echelons,
Right.
there's different categories for
Uh
people. And they go, I don't believe you're gonna get it. Well, look, you go on the major platform with somebody known,
huh.
and then you tell me different. You
Right.
understand? Like
Yeah.
I did Drewski, and when people heard, oh, you on Drewski, you on Drewski, you on Drewski. So that elevates you as opposed to, somebody working in the seafood restaurant
Hmm.
and then you coming on somebody's show, being around people, it
Right.
elevates what you can charge and what you could dictate.
Uh-huh.
It truly does. If you look at the very first page, and that's coming up soon too. The very first post on my page, it mentions Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, Tracy Morgan,
My
a
goodness.
host of other people.
Right.
And what happens is I always say it: tell a friend to tell a friend, and that friend gonna tell those friends, and
Yeah.
all those friends gonna tell each other. You understand?
Especially if the quality is good. If you have a good product, and if
Yeah,
it's dope, yeah, they're gonna talk about it.
if you have a good quality. But I tell you this too: a lot of times I've been in places where people just they didn't care. They just wanted me there. I've been in places where I wasn't the feature chef at all. I didn't cook, but
Okay.
wanted me to come in uniform and take pictures and videos.
Right.
You know, people
Hmm.
use you, you know, because of those reasons. And when people go, "Oh, you don't get paid," okay, well, I'll be damned. You
Okay.
know, you can say that all you want to, and that's fine.
Uh-huh.
But I know, you know, what it comes with. You know, the exposure. Me being on Segura, got on
Yeah.
H3, just talked. They contacted me. Drewski, a whole
That's
lot of other
crazy.
people. But that's
Yeah.
what I say. You know, I could command and say 50,000, 40,000, 30,000. It's not pretty much just talk. You're just
Yeah.
really using, you know, what you've been grateful for, you know, what's been gifted to you, and you can absolutely speak about it, and it could come to fruition
Right.
because those people that you attract. So let's use Tom Segura, right? Tom
Yeah.
Segura is a millionaire.
Uh-huh.
So his people, if they book me, I don't got to worry about the pay. Okay,
At all.
so I went on Joe Rogan. I didn't go on Joe Rogan. So he went on Joe Rogan and talked
Hmm.
about me. So
That's
when he
true.
went on Joe Rogan, talked about me, that also opened up doors. When I
Uh-huh.
went on Drewski, that opened up doors. H3, that opened up doors. So on and
Right.
so forth down the line. So
Yeah.
a lot of you can't fathom it because you don't sit or you didn't sit in the position that I sit in. You can say, "Oh, he can't cook." Oh, let me help y'all out real
Right.
well. Oh, the fuck I can't. Let me help you out. Let me help you out quick fast. Oh, I can't. So you can't go, "Oh, just doing that for the internet." Well, I did. And
Right.
it got me known. And people go, "Oh, numbers don't mean that." That's a lie. If you got $100 and I got $1, you're gonna get further than me for the most part. You understand? So numbers do matter. People look at numbers in a grand way. Now, some could know you and go, if you got low numbers, but because they know you could get by. But somebody not knowing you, those numbers mean something, believe it or not. You know, that's like saying, "Oh, I only got a GED." Well, that's a graduating diploma. So it means
Oh.
something. You
Uh-huh.
understand? So somebody go, "I didn't graduate from CIA." Okay, well, you got a food handler's license, and it tell me that you know how to handle food the right way. So numbers that you have, you know, means something because it generates more in most situations.
Right.
In every situation, no, but in most, yes. You know, you
Yeah.
look at Ramsey, who's going crazy in kitchen, screaming
That's
at people,
true.
so on and
Yeah.
so forth. But in all, Ramsey could cook. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
So he gained notoriety by coming on TV and screaming, yelling, hollering. So what are you gonna say? Oh, Ramsey can't cook? What are you gonna say? You're not gonna book him?
Yeah, he can do
Absolutely, you
something.
will.
Yeah.
You understand? He
Yeah.
draws. He has tons and tons of restaurants all over the place.
Right.
He has tons and tons of employees. So you can't say, "Oh, what he doing is say time." You can say it all day long. It didn't
Hmm.
open up so many doors for me. So while you working for chefs and you learning their recipes, their technique, and you doing 12, 13, 14 hours, you back again in the morning,
Right.
toodaloo, I'm not. So,
Yeah.
like I said, there is a big difference. And that
Yeah.
difference
Okay.
does
Yeah.
make a difference. You understand? So, can I actually cook? I can. Absolutely. I grew up in the kitchen. Like I said, I just took the internet for what it was worth, used it to my advantage, and I just took off. I mean, if you got 100,000 plus followers, show me and how you got them, and I congratulate you.
I
But I
heard that.
know, and I'm not saying to be funny, a lot of y'all don't. But it makes a difference. I don't make you less than a person at all. But
There's a question here. My girlfriend Vanessa, maybe fiance one day. So Fancy Chef is a character. She asked me, are you a character or are you an actual chef as well? I'm just reading a question.
no,
So
I'm
some people don't
actually
know. So some people they we look at you and it's like, wow, this is a whole movement. And this is a whole like, you're a
no.
whole like,
Yeah, no. I am an actual chef. Yeah, I am. So you ask the question and simply ask what is a chef? Someone who masters a cuisine, someone who has supervised the kitchen, someone with kitchen knowledge. Yeah, I have all of that, right?
okay,
But also in this day and age, right?
yeah,
Let's take let's take what was the lady name? The French lady that came on TV years ago,
Julia Child.
or Julia Child, right? Let's take Julia Child. So when we take Julia Child back then, she was watched. But if you take Julia Child right now in this day and age, and you take Gordon Ramsay, Ramsay gonna be watched over Julia Child because Julia Child is not, her personality is not what they gonna look at.
You'd be
You know what I'm saying?
surprised. You'd
No,
be.
no, no. I mean on a larger scale.
I
Yes,
got you. I got you.
yes, she gonna be looked at, but Ramsey gonna be looked at more because he yells, because he screams, because that's what people want to see
And
violence.
he
They
buying
want to,
trips from people. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, so they want to
Yeah.
see that, and she knows just as much as Ramsey knows.
He
You
does.
know
I
what
got a
I'm saying?
book right. Okay, yeah.
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 So what I'm saying is, you can be a character. You're just playing a role, or is this a strong personality or personality?
As long as I
Right?
can't
Same.
see it. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like an actor. If Eddie Murphy came on TV and he
yeah.
became Michael Jackson, he became somebody in Coming to America. So you play a role in a role that fits and that's beneficial for you at that time.
Uh-huh.
Case at point. When I didn't do any of this,
Uh-huh.
my numbers were extremely nothing. Then when I became, all right, let me just change a little bit. They became greater, more
Y'all listen.
recognizable.
No, yeah, no, I'm just saying because Vanessa, who was on here. So Chef PSA, who you talked to, Andre Deterra, had a thing saying I was on his podcast and he said whoever goes on to Fancy Chef's page, scrolls all the way down to the bottom, wins a few books or whatever. So Vanessa ended up winning. She went all the way down to your page, and your
Mhm.
very first pictures were your very first posts were king frozen king crab in bags, and then like, but you kept on posting the same thing even with back in those days, like back to back. So your first few pages that you posted was frozen king crab in a bag, and then like on your fifth or sixth post, you started like cooking it. So what you did in the very beginning is what you're, it's how you move now. But the difference is nowadays you're more provocative. You're more like you know lamb and uh, lamb and ranch and gold and and uh, and stuff with the flute. And you explained to me why you do that, and I enjoyed hearing your explanation. But now you're more provocative and it's winning. Where you know this and you have to push it and you pushed it like the ice cream cone on the cake and then the time and something else you put up on there that got everyone talking, and I
Yeah,
think that's what Tom Segura was like posting too, like that's what he would zoom in on. It was that and then the lamb racks, and then that's what got you on.
yeah. So then people ask, and then I get people asking personally, this question, can you cook? Yeah, and then some people really can see, yeah, 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 you can cook. But what happens is in this day and age, where things are so funny, where things are so entertaining, right? What happens is they don't care or they don't look at that. The entertainment part is what they get stuck on. And they
Right.
go, all right, well, I'm gonna look at that more so than me believing or thinking he could cook, because that's what's being looked at the most. So I don't let it bother me at all.
Right.
I just bypass it, and I don't pay attention to it.
And you count the
It's,
money. One day you
yeah,
had a fur coat on and you were just like you're like, look at me right now, look at me and look at my lips, okay? And you were
yeah.
just like, you know,
Yes, and then I add certain things to it. So I start going doing reviews. Then I start, uh, you know, going here, going there. So I added things to it, and that's
right,
what happened with people. They get attached to the comic part instead of damn, can he really cook? Or they'll know that and then they ignore it. So I did this for them. I said, okay, so you guys, oh, can he really cook? I really got in the kitchen and cooked. That wasn't enough. So my message to people is this: it don't matter what you could do, you're gonna have those people that's still gonna say something. I went and I made curry shrimp. I went and put a steak in the pan. I did all these things. No matter
uh-huh,
what I did, pasta. It didn't matter what I did, they had something to say.
right.
So you could give them exactly what they looking for, and they still not satisfied. They still
That's
gonna
true
say
too.
something. You
Yeah.
you never gonna change that. You could be most memorable for what you did that was funny, what you did that was eye catching. And then when you do cook, they be like, it ain't real. So I went in it. You really think if they would have paired me with a 2-star Michelin chef, if they didn't think I could cook, like I think I did an exceptional job.
Okay.
So I don't think they made a bad decision there. It wasn't
What's up,
all
cousin?
common. So if I go
Yeah.
through the whole thing, none of the ingredients were planned.
Right.
So um, we cook randomly. So I did my vegetable melody out of the blue. When they thought, oh, that really gets cooked. No, I did it different. Oh, then when I did the second course, well, you did dessert. Yeah, that I changed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
did the I took the steak, I shaved it, I fried it, did the Philly cheese. They put the oven in there, heated it up, added the champagne. Something you never seen before, right? So
Justin's
it's
asking real quick. Justin's asking how many Michelin stars. How many Michelin stars you have?
how many do I have?
I'm just asking. He's asking how many stars you have.
I have 6.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Everyone on here. I don't think we have any. So yeah, I'm very happy to have you on here.
Well, and let me say, it's like a lot of people ask me, "Oh, why do you have?" So I came up with the Fancy Chef Award, right?
Uh huh.
So as some of y'all know, I've gone to 3-star Michelin restaurant, 2-star. I've been all over the place, a lot of places. Some I didn't post, some footage is being held back. I'll
Right.
post later date, right? So I recognize that Michelin does not honor chefs of color, right? So I wanted to give other chefs and other chefs that are Michelin chefs, I wanted to give them recognition as well again,
Right.
and show that it's not only Michelin chefs that could cook and give out awards to them as well. I think it's outstanding because it gives them some light as well.
Right.
When Michelin, James Beard, Iron Chefs, it's just them being
And
looked at. I
100
think,
best, 50 best.
yeah,
Local.
I think it's wrong, absolutely wrong. So I'm coming in to knock
Well.
Michelin down,
Mm-hmm.
James Beard Award,
Mm-hmm.
and Iron Chefs down because we want everybody to be looked at. I don't care if you're Indian, Chinese, so on and so forth.
Candy stripe.
So that's pretty much the reason why I did it. So that's
Right when
why
you
I
did it,
mentioned.
yeah, right when you did that, I was checking for it because I I'm not a big fan of. It's just with the bigger people, there's a lot of pay to play, and it's well known. Like James Beard died in '88, and then the
Yeah,
award came out in '92. Like he didn't even sign up on that. They made it a business when he died.
yeah,
So and in the Michelin, those standards have changed a little bit. I hate to be this way, but they just passing them out. It seems like there's a lot of restaurants that deserve it. Every restaurant I've been to that was one Michelin or even two, I felt like that was justified. I really do. Yeah, but that's this drink. No, this is a fancy drink. I felt like every 1-star Michelin spot that I ate at, I was like, okay, I can see it. So I don't think they're just negligently, that's word, giving it away. But at the same time, it's so much of a business now. There's so many people that I had some people directly tell me if you got the money, like all you have to do. One dude, here in Dallas. Um, he saw the food critic come into the kitchen. He had he came to the kitchen. He had an envelope full of like money. I forgot how much it was. I don't want to start lying and say it was 5 grand or even two, but it was a lot of money. And the chef paid off the food critic, and the next time they were in the paper, that restaurant was number one. I was like, ooh wee. So if you do have the money, man, and that's why, like you told me earlier, when you have these, I'm not going to say the word. I can't stand that word. But the social media people that starts with an I, anyway. When you have these people, they'll just show up and hey, I'm so and so with 30,000 followers, and I can make you guys go. I can bring more business here. Just pay for my food and maybe 500 or 500 $800, and then I'll take care of you. And then some businesses are so corrupt, they'll just do it. It's like, how much you need? Church. And I
yeah,
don't know if I can see.
yeah. They do
They
it. I
pay.
don't know how many chefs on
I don't
here.
like that.
yeah, I don't know how many chefs on here actually. Let's see with the show of hands or whatever you want to do it. Have grew up in back in the day. What I mean by back in the day is 80s, 90s, right? So when I worked in
Uh-huh.
kitchens, in order to get recognized, you had to be outstanding. So when I go
Uh-huh.
recognition, I'm going Bon Appetit, Food and Wine.
Uh-huh.
I'm going magazines. I ain't going social media. When you appeared on a magazine, you were somebody.
Right.
Time New York Times.
Or
I'm
you
waiting for
paid
the
to be
article.
somebody, or you paid
Yes.
money. I'm trying to tell you, I know people. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm waiting on now. I went to the Met Gala. I did something for some people over there. A New York Times approached me and did an article on me as well. So I don't know what the article is. I think he did write me and time is coming. So I don't know yet. But like I said, I put in a lot of work in it. Um, and guess what? I'm not
What
mad
happened?
about how it came out. I got some restaurants coming. I
Good.
got some other plans on the way. So
Good.
I'm not mad about none of it. I grew up in the kitchen. There's some of you that say, "Oh,
40 years.
yeah, I don't mind any of that, man. Like none of that bothers me. I put it out there.
40.
I let people know it's fine. You know,
Yeah.
I thank God for what Michelin is doing in terms of recognizing chefs and restaurants. But I just believe, don't be biased. Recognize them all. Don't find a group of demographic or people that you believe only deserve it when, look at everybody. Base your decision on everybody. And that's what I wanted to do. Actually, like I said, as I repeat, I really want to knock them out the way with the Fancy Chef Award because I look at everybody. I don't discriminate. I
Right.
just don't. And because food is everywhere. There's nowhere you can't go. There isn't food. I don't care if it's a chocolate donut. I don't care if it's a, caviar champagne drink.
Yeah.
So it's all over the place. And that's really it. And I tell people, go for what you know.
Yep.
Don't stop. Don't take no for an answer. I always use peanut butter and jelly. People go, oh, what is that? And oh, listen, peanut butter and jelly got their name. I'm getting my name too. You,
Church.
you you recognize peanut butter and jelly, bologna and cheese, turkey, ham and cheese? Me too. So I ain't no different. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no different. I ain't gonna be different. So I tell people, honestly, create your own name.
Right.
Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let
Right.
nobody tell you no, because these people will.
Right.
That don't work. All right, why peanut butter and jelly work? They got peanut butter in the jar together, married.
That's nasty. That's
Yeah,
trash.
yeah. So like I said,
Trash. I just do a whole
don't
post on that. Sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
don't take no for an answer. Just do what you got to do. Don't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Oh, they don't go together. Oh, lamb chop. Oh, yes, they do because I just put it together. You just seen it. Oh,
I'm nervous. What are we looking at?
oh,
I'm
I got
scared.
to. I got to excuse myself. Bro. Give me a second.
Man,
Yeah.
don't take it to the
So,
bathroom with it. Where we at?
can you hear me?
I can hear you. I see a
Oh,
lot of black. I'm concerned.
no, the phone is in my pocket.
You're
I'm
not in the
taking out.
bathroom, are you?
I'm taking out the set. I'm taking out the
Oh,
set. So again, like I said, don't be afraid. Everybody, you got an idea or you want to put something together. Don't follow these chefs and go, oh, like polenta and all that stupid shit. Fuck that. Do your own shit. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
Come up with your own idea.
Yeah.
Polenta and that stuff. Come on, man. Come up with your own idea, your own creation. But nobody, well, that ain't gonna work. That don't pair well. Yes, it do. You could drink Chardonnay with peanut butter and jelly. You could drink Chardonnay with turkey and cheese. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a
I
charcuterie
know.
board.
I know.
People pass it around. Oh, I need to. And next
I
thing you
know.
know, they got a glass full of champagne
You
with
ain't
with, with,
lying.
with cheese on the stick with a block of turkey. So whatever I do is gonna work. You don't like it, you don't like it. But be creative, be innovative. Don't let nobody tell you no.
Be
And
fancy. There should be a term called fancified. Hey, Brent, what are you doing? And what is this about? Why fancified the? That way you cook something, you put something together no one ever heard of. The technique is off. I mean, respectfully, like, because what you do is like that one thing you did. It got stupid views. It got it was
it wasn't.
I don't have This is a pan. No, never mind. Anyway, so you had a pan, and then you had a bunch of like potatoes in like rings, and you put like raw chicken on top of that, and people just went crazy off of that one. And then,
Oh, that's a one pan meal. Oh, so all right, yeah. So you take the potatoes, you slice it, you
right,
season the chicken, you season the potatoes, and you put it on top. You cover it, you put it in the oven. Try. No, I'm dead serious. Everybody that cook try it. It's gonna come out wonderful.
right.
I'm dead serious. It's called a one
I
pan
believe
meal.
you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a one pan
Just,
meal. You
yeah.
can barbecue it, you can teriyaki it, whatever way you want to do it, as far as the season, sauce, whatever. But yeah, it's called a one pan meal. Take the
Yeah,
potatoes,
yeah, yeah.
line it in the cast iron, season them, put the chicken on top, and I'm
hmm
telling you, it works. It,
My,
ab- it absolutely works. Yeah, yeah. I didn't even know what happened to that video. That video got a lot.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and then I thought and you keep on replaying it, so it went. It was stupid. I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh wait!" And then like, you would play it, you would have it in rotation, and then I just saw it the other day. So
Oh, did you? Oh, I don't
yeah,
remember.
you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
all right. So you got to think of it like this. If you're a chef on here, right?
right.
Think about you take a sheet pan, right? And you cut potatoes up, right? Whether it's in quarters or what, and you put them on a sheet pan,
Uh-huh.
right? And you take a sheet pan of quarter legs, and you cook them right next to them, or one on top and one on top of each other,
Church.
in separate sheet pans.
Mm-hmm.
There is no difference if you put them together. Actually, it's better because those actual chicken juices and drippings also are on the bottom, and they getting on those potatoes. So when you go to eat it, it's just the same thing. You know, people look at things, especially the internet. First thing, that's queer, that's weird. Where you get that from? Look, let me explain something to you. I ain't stopping. So
So
you're gonna keep seeing it. So like
that
I said, you
reminds,
got to look at it
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
That reminds me that what you're talking about. It reminds me of the French dish. Man, I think it starts with a B. It's like fondant potatoes, but the idea is that you're cooking. It's like it's cooked with meat liquid, and so with you talking about that, it's no different from the French dishes when they use like cow tail, it's not oxtail. Anyway, like a veal or some type of beef or something, and then the drippings. Yes, my bad. Yes, the curry. Yeah, I can't say it, but anyway.
Mhm.
So actually, what you did, Fancy Chef, are you good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What's up? What's
Anyway,
up?
yeah. So what you did was instead of using the short ribs or something like that, you used chicken, you used raw chicken, and that's not even popular. So it could be a thing that could be documented later. Because right now we saw it and we were like we never saw it before, and that's why you got the shares you got. But that dish, I'm just not thinking about it. That dish you just did is no different from the boulange. I can't boulange. It's a French word, but it's cooked with the meat drippings, and so it's no different. So yeah, you're ahead of the time. Maybe you're
Yeah, I didn't
because
see.
when I
I didn't
saw
see
that,
the.
my
I didn't
brain
see the
went
numbers
straight
on
to
that.
huh?
I didn't see the numbers on that. A lot of times I don't look at the numbers. I post it. I don't even go back to
You
it.
post and keep it
Very
moving. I
rarely.
can tell because I think one time, man, you posted you posted 14 times, man, like 7 times in an hour. And it was just like, but some of them go went viral and some didn't. And, but
Yeah.
you don't even care. Cause sometimes when I get on my little fan, like I need to learn. I would just scroll. And then sometimes there's posts where no one hit it. Like I was the only one that liked it out of all the, so that's how many times you post so often that when I scroll and I just, you know, sometimes I'm the only one that catches it.
Now
Like the only
I'm gonna
one in
tell
the
you
whole world that liked it.
I'm gonna tell you what happened there. So what happens there, right? I think it's happening to a lot of people, right? I
Okay.
look at the numbers, but you know the funny part, the
What's
views. If you on my side, I can see the views, so
okay?
I can see the likes, the comments, the shares, the reposts, right?
Uh huh.
But then I can see the view numbers, as we all know, and you'll get more people that view it than like it, and those people have hit me up. Actually, I did that for somebody. To tell you the truth, now that I think about it, I did that for somebody. And they was like, "Can you repeat that meal for me?" I said, "Yeah." And they was like, "Oh wow, that's fascinating." It's really called a one pan meal, and on the side I may use a one time I did do it that day. I didn't show it. I used the wok and did Asian vegetables.
Okay.
So I did the broccoli, Chinese broccoli. I did carrots. I did bean sprouts. I did red onion. I made it real colorful, real bright.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a champagne citrus sauce. And they liked it. And, so like I said, people always going to gravitate to what's different. And then some people gonna go, I never seen that before. But you seen polenta and couscous a billion times, and you still don't make it. But
Right.
won't do something that that's totally different. But that's your choice. That's up to you. I'm just saying you got to show people different. We live in a day and age where you just can't use a hollandaise or béarnaise
Right.
or tomato sauce. That
Yeah.
get boring to people. You see all these people with oxtail macaroni. That never happened when I grew up. Oxtail
It's
macaroni and
happening
cheese.
now because I mean that's that. People,
Yeah,
so I mean I'm just saying like it's happening now because if you eat it, if you have this big old soul food plate, you got your macaroni and cheese, your collard greens, your cow tails, not ox, cow tail, and then you have like some rolls and cornbread or whatever like this. Am I boring you? Am I boring you?
no, no, no,
I'm
no, no, no.
joking. Anyway, so in that big old pot, we're eating everything all together anyway. So all it took was
Yeah,
one person to be like, "Cool, I'm gonna put the cow tail with the macaroni and cheese," and now that's a thing right now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like, there's no rules in food. I tell people this all the time. Like, look, if you want to, the whole the whole purpose of food is energy. Gives your body energy to get to point A to point B at the end of the day. All you don't need to do is don't get nobody hurt, don't get nobody killed, and it's kind of cool if it was seasoned. I understand that Ireland and London they got a problem with salt, but like as long as you can season it, that's cool. But like there's no rules in food, so everything that you're doing, as long as okay, anyway, as long as you're
It ain't
not gonna
you, it's
get
me.
nobody hurt,
Yeah,
this don't
it's
get
me.
nobody hurt. So everything you're doing is actually is there's no harm in everything you're doing. And you actually explained it to me. You said that like in a charcuterie board setting, you would have this and that and this over here. So when you decided to put it on top of the the glass, the flute, whatever this is, it was like no different. You just put it together differently. So
Yeah,
it was
same
legit.
thing with the turkey. Remember when I put the turkey in the shed? I got so many. Oh, where you? It's the same thing. It is no difference. Just you never seen it together like that. But if you
Right,
take a charcuterie board, the server go around with the hors d'oeuvres and you drink a champagne. You're doing the same exact thing. You're
right,
not doing anything different. The
right.
difference is in what sequence are you drinking and eating. That's pretty much it. Most people gonna sip, eat at the same time. If you eat steak and drink wine, it's the same thing. If you if you eat steak and you got a red wine sauce, you still drinking wine. Ain't no different.
I got you. I
But
got
so
you.
it's just the way I did it. And anytime you different, you're gonna get looked at. He satire. He crazy. He nuts. Thank you. Bring it on.
No,
Don't stop.
it works because everyone is like so blown away. This is so different, and because on the flip side, that's what Noma is famous for. Those guys did something different, and everyone is talking about like eating honey ants and live ants on the plate and eating it, and so that they went viral for that. You know what I'm saying? And then you have like 11 Madison Park. Sorry, you have 11 Madison Park. They decided to go vegan or vegisexual or whatever, plant based. They went plant based and so then they just like because they're trying to find their way too. They did something like absurd. So they went viral for doing that, but they went viral in the wrong way. Where dude, it's food. There's no rules in it, so it's like whatever you got going on, there's a market for it. There's clientele for it. So if I want to have
Yeah.
like if I want to have a drink called the if I want to have a packaged meal called the peanut butter and mayonnaise bacon sandwich going with a glass of carbonated pickle juice. It's called the Pregnant Lady Delight or something. That'll be a thing because it's like I've heard that women that get pregnant they get those weird cravings. So if you put that all together, anyway. So I just there's no rules in food and whatever you got going on, just do that.
Oh,
And it kind of helps. It kind of helps be provocative. Like if you want to make a name for yourself, I mean, don't be weird though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's people that be weird for the sake of being weird, and then they restaurants close. But then if you have a like Chef PSA said he does, I think he said he does the 80-20 rule where 80% is something that the Caesar salads and quesadillas and stuff like that. But at 20%, bone marrow tacos and what I'm saying like glizzy octopi and stuff like that. You dig what I mean? So um,
that's the ones they chase for. They go
yeah,
after stuff like that.
there's a
This should
cat.
be part of the experience.
Yeah, there's a gentleman named Charlie Pierre and a cat named Justin. Justin's in Baltimore, and Charlie is in somebody's Louisiana. And what's his name? Justin said he wanted to link. Man, Justin said he wanted to link up with you.
Who said that?
He's still here. He just said beautiful and nice. He's in Baltimore, and he wants to know if you can if y'all collaborate. So maybe I can talk about that in direct messaging. I don't know.
Yeah, just call me. Just call me 702-742-1784. Just call me there. Don't DM me. You DM me, you waste your time. You in there with a whole bunch of people. Y'all like a family together. Strangers and family. Cause I
I
ain't
called it
gonna
L
lie.
one time. Yeah, I called man. It was crazy. It's the very first time I called you, you picked up, and I gave you your flowers. I said, "Hey, Fancy, what's up?" You was like, "Hey, I can help you." I was like, I said, "No, I was real." I said, "Thank you for the push because like you're just doing things. Everyone says whatever you do, don't use they'll say use hashtags, use this, do that, post no more than twice a day. Don't do this. Don't. You did all that. You didn't even. You're not even aware of the rules. I'm the one that Googled it. I stopped and like, okay, hold on. I have a video that I can't wait to post now. Do I need to wait? Tomorrow's not promised. Do I post? And you don't even care. You and there's another cat on here that just posts all the time. I was like, my good, but it's working. You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to like if you can get away with that if it's provocative. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
yeah, you also got to look at how will they know you. That's why they say it's important that if you got content to post it every day. The thing about it is you got to remember how will people know you. I get people that walk up to me, you all over the internet, and I'm supposed to, and that's the way I want it. Don't stop watching. Don't you stop. You ain't never gonna forget. I had one girl when I first started. She was like, "I'm tired of you. I keep seeing you. I blocked you. How do you get off a
you
block?"
keep
I said, "Listen to me real good. Listen to me real good. Right now, I'm gonna post right now. You better not." Yeah, her boyfriend got on the phone. Why do you keep listen? Stay right there. You just watch. I'm going up again. And I tell you the truth, it got me recognized. I go so many different places and so many people. Sometimes I'm like, I could be free. Like, I could walk with no security. I could walk with no man. I'm like, there ain't nobody gonna know me. Fancy chef. I'm like, fuck, he knew who I was. Man, you knew
You're
me,
like
but
you're like the culinary Jason. Like every time you think that okay, yeah, blocked him here, restricted him, muted him, sweet, and he just pop up. That's the reason why. If you guys don't know, today was the first time I followed. We've been talking for a good while, and today we followed each other by default. But like I never had to follow. I didn't even have to follow you. You would always pop up on my feed regardless. And then like and that's just how it was because you're literally everywhere. And then I have different chef crew friends of mine, and they all would share it. They were all like, "Yo, what's up with this guy? Is he for real?" And that's what. No, I mean that's what would happen. We was like, "Yo, is he for real?" I'm like, "There's no way he's for real," because like I told you, one time I thought I saw you break character. You got to say nothing, but one time you had a glint, you went. I can't describe it, but it looked like you was being silly on purpose. I was like, ooh, like Leonardo DiCaprio, like whatever. And I was like, yeah, I think, but like that was only one time out of the thousand videos I've seen. So like you're pretty good about being out there, being extreme.
you
And
you
then yeah,
you honestly have to. Like I did a video. I was in Macy's and I jumped up on the bed in
I
Macy's. I was
saw
in
that.
uniform in
Did they
Times
kick you out, or
Square.
they wanted you to do
No,
that?
I don't know. I just did it random. See, the things that I do, I don't plan them because if I plan them, they're not gonna come out right. And I have to tell the story. Like I went viral on, um, what's his name again? The sandwich
Tom
guy?
Segura.
No, no, the sandwich guy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, yeah. He wanted you to do the script. That guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Luigi looking cousin was there. Yeah.
Yeah. What was his name?
I don't know. I
Let me
never
see
knew
his
his
name.
name. I always see it on my feed, but
He did the Joe Rogan series. That's also how he got looked at too in a
oh,
big way.
okay,
I forgot his name, and so he was like, "You got to put the arugula right here." Right? So
right.
I'm paying attention because there's a camera in front of me, but I do things like at my own pace. I don't pay attention to what I can't do nothing scripted because if I do it scripted,
Me
it's not gonna
neither.
come out right.
Not me
You know what
neither.
I'm saying? I know it's not gonna come out right, so I ain't ready for no script. But if I
No.
see certain things, I know how to utilize it. So I said, I'm gonna jump right on this bed in Macy's, and I'm gonna announce we're
Hey,
gonna have breakfast
bugging.
in bed by the chef. Tom Segura and his wife is like, yo, he know how to market well. And then, like I said, you just gotta really know. A lot of people don't honestly like have the balls to do it.
Okay.
Like they don't have the courage to go out and like I'm gonna do anything. Like some people would have never went to the to the halal stand and be like, yo, if you, they was like, how you do stuff like that? I go, I don't know. I just do it. I don't. I, honestly, just I never could plan anything, and if I plan it, I'm gonna change it. I'm
That,
gonna change it to the point where like, nah, I don't like it. So,
I remember
I
you jumping
go
on the
on, man.
bed. Yeah, that was insane. And I was like, I wonder. I was like, there's no way they approve. I'm just talking to myself. I'm like, there's no way that. Well, you said it was Macy's. You jumped on.
Yeah, that
Or
was Macy's, and then I did one on the car. I dented the car in the mall. I jumped on the
I
hood.
saw that. I'm like, you want some Home Alone like Macaulay Culkin jumping on the bed, And I just thought I was like, yo, this is great because you were extra. You were like yelling something. I'm like, you have all these white people up in there trying to get some shopping done. You got this, you have this gentleman jumping on the bed.
I don't mind. It's like I said,
I don't mind.
you got to get known. Like, like you see people. If I go in a regular restaurant, right,
Right.
and it's 20 of us, and we all eat a steak. We have a steak dinner, right.
20. All right.
But then, right, two tables from them, if all those people are eating ants, those
Mm-hmm.
people gonna get recognized for eating ants instead of all those 20 people in states. So it's more so like you get the eyes on you, and when you do that, it open up the floodgates. There's people that could like, as people know for a fact I could
Right.
cook, so I don't really worry about can he really cook or just like I said, I do it, just for fun reasons and just to bring things out. It's really no harm in what I do. I don't pre-plan nothing. The only
Nah.
thing
Nah.
I may pre-plan if I'm gonna go out, don't know a restaurant is gonna be, I just pop in. So
Oh, okay. I'm asking. So when you went to like Daniel in 11 Madison Park, you just popped in. I'm asking.
yeah,
You just
I
popped
just
in.
popped in. I just
And they styled you out. That's crazy. Because I ate at both of those restaurants. I had to put a reservation in both of them.
now I walked
You
in.
just popped in. Yeah.
Now, as a matter of fact, there was a guy. I'm telling you, sorry. There was a guy that wanted to go with me. He was like, "Yo, I'm with you." I said, "You're not with me. Get out." And he said, "Don't come with me." So,
Oh,
because I didn't know what I was going to do. Was I going to jump on a table? Was I going to smash all they got? I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to do something crazy. But I knew, to be respectable. I come from the restaurant business. I didn't want to do that. But I didn't know I could have did it. Do
right.
drink upside
It would
down
have
on the plate, ate it off that with a spoon. I could have
been.
did anything. Who knows?
It would have been
Um,
funny.
yeah,
It would have been funny if you did
they
that at
was.
Ti's restaurant. I would love to have seen video footage of you at Ti's restaurant jumping up and down, and then having Ti like trying to like talking about excuse me, Sam, and you need to get
Yeah,
the F out of
11
here.
Madison Park was real. They treated me so
I
well.
saw that.
They treated me so well. They didn't mind. They embraced me with so much love. Actually,
It's in
the
their yeah.
manager that I spoke to my understanding, he's in South Carolina. They want me
Uh-huh.
down there, to come. I haven't gone yet, but 11 Madison Park was just so magnificent. They said they like how you the only one I know do reviews in uniform. Who came up with that? And I said, I did. No, nobody told me to do it. I did it myself. He said, nobody does that. So again,
Nobody does that. He ain't lying. Yeah.
like I said, you make yourself different, and when you're different, you're going to stand out. People are going to pay you attention. They really gonna pay you attention. And that's why I tell chefs, be interesting, get down your technique and leave. Don't be up under chef leadership for so long. There's so much to do in food. You could go private. You can
Oh
do
yeah.
catering.
Oh yeah.
You can. I mean,
You
there's
can
so much to do. We didn't have that before
you
growing
can
up
write
in the
books.
kitchen. Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't have that. In order to, like I said, be recognized, magazines will come to the restaurant. I remember when I snuck into on the Rainbow Room in New York, Chef Andre Rene, because I was working downstairs. Andre Rene, I kept going up there, and they was like, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm waiting right here for the chef." No, 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 you can't wait right here. I pretend, and I go hide in the dish room. I go
Nice.
in the dish room, they would disappear, and I would go by his office and, yo, didn't I just tell you to leave? And I leave, and I go by the garbage can thing. And I come back up again. And then Andre Renee come
Persistent.
in the office, I'll be right behind. He go, what are you doing here? I said, look, you're gonna teach me. No, I'm not gonna teach you nothing. And then he was just so nice. But what the moral of the story is, because I was so consistent about what I wanted to do, he took me on. Then I went downstairs with Chef Seppi Ringley and Sea Grill, and I did the same thing with him. And he was like, "Oh man, you so persistent. I can't say no." He said, "You give me dreams and nightmares." He said, "I go home and tell my wife a bunch. I never had nobody just keep showing up, even after I tell him to leave." I said, "Listen, we might as well get on the stove now. I'm not going nowhere." He said, "Come on, you're gonna be a young chef. You're gonna have it." So I'm grateful and honored for that, man. That I got the opportunity. I persevered. I kept going. I didn't give up. So,
That's
and
awesome.
that's what I say. My message is: you cannot give up.
Yeah, don't give up.
Don't give up. And people, posting does mean a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
Oh, yes.
So, so there's a girl who's a professional tennis player.
Church.
The Asian and black girl. I forget what her name is. Osaka, Naomi Osaka.
Okay.
So she went on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
And she gets her hair braided. She just randomly, for some reason, she liked the girl's work, and she picked her to come meet up with her and do her hair, and she became her permanent, hairdresser. Right.
Right.
So I posted during the pandemic. Nobody watched me. Nobody saw. I didn't have a like. I didn't have a follow.
Yeah.
And then I gained some traction, and my numbers would not grow.
Right.
I just continuously posted, and like these people wouldn't have recognized you if you didn't keep posting.
Right.
So thank God for Segura. He looked at me.
Yeah.
Rogan looked at me. He made him look, and all these people, and Drewski and H3 and so many other people, and it came from being consistent as
Yeah.
well as being persistent.
So
So
that's
I,
what I'm saying. Yeah, I've said that from day one. You've always how many posts you post? You have 12,000 something posts, I think, and you just like post regardless every day. And
again,
those numbers, like it's literally like fishing. Like you, it's just your truth of what you're saying is true. Just keep posting, post, or whatever you got going on. If it's posting, or if it's like taking a Steph Curry basketball shot from the stands, and I mean, you
yeah,
throw 300 of them, maybe two of them would hit all nets, I guess, but you got to keep on shooting that shot. And
yep,
you've been shooting shots, and then some of these real people, these big wigs, and they done bit. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to reveal it on here, but the money that we talked about you making, that's insane. Like, and then the story you told earlier about the 3,000 in first class, he was like, hey, can you do? And it was so simple. Like, he just wanted a steak dinner, right? Did you say he just wanted steak and potatoes or something?
yeah, steak potatoes. I was gonna do I think an Asian vegetable. So
Did you do any
he just
dessert?
want. Yeah, he wanted the strawberries. I was gonna do the strawberry, season them with the fruit, the champagne, and
Three thousand
so
dollars. I love it.
yes, yeah. So like I said,
Oh
you
man,
never know. You don't know who's watching,
you
and
don't know
that's
who's
really
watching.
what it
I
is.
tell you that.
You
Yeah,
don't know who's watching, and that's why when you post, people come up every different days, and they see it. Anybody had any questions? I stopped seeing the comments. So
I think Justin had one. I don't know if Justin's still here. Cleveland Blade, they about to leave. I don't know if Malik is still here. Here's a question. Here's one that I personally never asked you because we never got around to it. So let me see what. Okay, Vanessa. Vanessa wants to know. She's very proper. Fancy chef. Do you work a regular job as well while you're waiting for work?
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
Boy, I
Um,
hate that.
um, so I honestly I worked in a for a Creole French owner at the age of 18. So I also did only start in fine dining. I got a break in fine dining very early, but I also worked as executive chef for a Creole French owner. He allowed me to create my own menu.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he passed away, but he was so great, so grand to me. And
Yeah.
then I also worked airline catering, BW
Okay.
first class and business class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worked MGM Airlines first class and business class. So I had an opportunity to do that, and I told myself I gained enough uh, knowledge, and at home I learned a lot as well.
Right.
And so when I got up under fine dining leadership and I did that, I vowed never to punch a clock ever again.
Boy,
You
Ian,
don't,
I heard that.
yeah,
Boy, I like that.
yeah, you don't have to. And like I said, people reach out to you. There's so much now, collaborations, going on shows. You got to remember something. If you work now, I wouldn't be no good working for somebody because you can't tell me about no fucking five mother sauces. I want to make my own. I'm gonna rename the shit, or you ain't gonna tell me about no line. Not, I made all this astronomical money without busting my ass 12, 14 hours. I did that long ago, and you want me to make your restaurant better because people gonna come see me, and I'm gonna make this restaurant all this money? Absolutely not. It's not gonna happen. No,
Okay.
do I work a regular job as a chef? Absolutely not. I'm punching nobody clock ever again. So I look to collab with people and do things in that fashion. But
Right.
going in with a 9 to 5 or 9 to 12 or 18, that's never gonna happen again. Never. Take me dead.
There
It's
was
not
a
gonna happen.
time. There was one time you had I guess a potential gig or something. You were walking around in a banquet kitchen. There's like, yeah, it was like maybe 3 years ago. You was walking around in a banquet kitchen. Like I don't know if you were about to either oversee it or consult. It was something you were doing. You were gonna, and there was this big old banquet kitchen, and you were walking around, and camera was following you, and I didn't know if you was going to go back to banquet chef because I remember, um, I mean, I think it didn't you say it on your YouTube back in the days or something that didn't you work cruise boats or something like cruise ships and stuff?
I did. I did Royal
Yeah.
Yacht. I did a couple of them. I did private. Only thing about private is if it's not really a yacht like that, you have
Right.
to cook off the boat and you have to bring the food on, which I hate.
Okay.
I'm very big on temperature, people getting sick, and plus you like to see people do stuff.
Uh
You
huh.
like people like to see you actually cooking. You
Right.
can't do that on a lot of them because a lot of them don't have a stove. Some people think they do. They don't. They don't have stoves that really work. You
Not good.
cook on, they have exceptional places, model kitchen, to you serve stuff already there. But um, no, there is no there is a lot of them. Unless they good yachts and kind of like well designed.
Right.
But yeah, so that place you're talking about, that was a kitchen that they were opening up.
Okay.
That was the location they had already had. That was in Arizona, that they
Ah.
already had, and they saw my following. They called me up. They wanted me to do consulting for them, and
Boy, I
I
heard
did
that.
it for like 6, 7 months.
Okay.
It was great, and I told them I wouldn't be there long. They wanted to keep me on, please, 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 and actually, and I said no, 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 because
Nice.
I like to
Okay.
move around. I can't stay stationary. I got ants
Understood.
in my yeah, I got ants in my pants. I can't stay around. I
I
can't stay
noticed
still.
because you'll be in New York and then you're in a penthouse in Miami, then you're back in the Bronx doing a review and eating something crazy, and then you're in Times Square, then you're in California walking up and down the streets, and then you're back in Miami by the ocean and you're feeding seagulls, then you're back in the Bronx, and you're man. I mean, I noticed that you're like on this circuit.
Yeah, so pretty much, you get gigs. Since I've been on, you get people that call. Some stuff I don't get to see because I signed an NDA. Then
Yeah.
some of it, I've gained a substantial amount of money or
Uh huh.
somewhat. And,
Yeah.
I can take a break, but I don't like to. But
Right.
people call you and, like I said, shows and do private work, stuff like that. So it's never ended. So again, will I ever go? Do I have a job? Hell no. I'm never doing it. You could never get me in your kitchen. You never could say go saute, brawl, porciers, garmager. That's never gonna happen. I'm not never
Be
doing that.
careful.
No.
I've
But
said never a lot, and things can mess around. And I feel you though. I know what you
no,
mean.
no, no, no. And the reason why I say that, and I'm not trying to be
I got it.
big headed, is because when you gain a sort of notoriety, it pretty much don't leave you because still people know you as cooking. And then let me tell you, these people hire you fast. I've done so many dessert parties in Segura. Oh, can you do your signature dips? Yes. So I do melon balls, right? I do
Yeah.
melon balls with the color. I do cantaloupe,
Right.
honeydew. I'll color coordinate them and do like a simple syrup,
Right.
uh, nutmeg, cinnamon, white sugar, something like that.
Right.
White powdered sugar. I do a nice, sauce over that and added champagne. I may charge $150 a glass. They pay for it. Yeah, they pay for it. So they just want the experience. So I tell them,
Got it.
get the glass. So they be like, no, chef, I pay you. You go get the glasses. I get the glasses, line them up. How many? We want 50. And you have to remember, like, people look at this as the impossible. But
Right.
my question to you is, how many people that you believe that's rich, that's going to go to your local restaurant or fast food restaurant, right? So the
Uh huh.
number's going to be none. But where do you think they eat at? And the money that, you get somebody to go, oh, I want a Happy Meal, $6.
Hmm.
Well, these people Happy Meal is $150. Healthy fruit, the experience, and so and like I said, you can't be oblivious to what's all not possible, but exactly what is. You understand? You don't see people that have money. They're not going to McDonald's.
You'd be
They're not
surprised.
going to McDonald's. They're not going to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right.
They already know that that stuff is unhealthy. The joy that brings them, that they got a personal chef in uniform in
Yeah.
that big kitchen, that they got a $20 million home, 18 million, 30 million. Why would they do that? When all I
That's
got to
true.
do is get a frying pan, put 2 eggs in there, take some potatoes, make hash browns, and
Right.
that's their breakfast. Pour a glass of orange juice, take a corn muffin or cranberry muffin,
Uh huh.
toast it in a frying pan with butter, turn it over or turn it in the orchid position,
Yeah.
spread some jelly on it. That's breakfast. Or they'll go, oh, you could do breakfast, lunch, or dinner,
Right.
or you could do dinner. I take 2 pieces of salmon,
Uh huh.
right? Take asparagus in a citrus sauce, and I take 3 melon ball potatoes, put them in a frying pan, some olive oil, some garlic, toss it around, bring it out, toss it in some fresh herbs, design it on the white plate. That's dinner.
Hmm.
You understand? These
Yeah.
people pay high end prices for that. You can't believe it. I don't know what to tell you. It does
That's
exist.
true. There's a question from JSP Farms. How do you balance the presentation aspect of your dishes with the flavor aspect? So, like, you know, you I don't know, like your presentation, the way you present food, and I don't know, maybe let me do it this way. Are you more and say flavor focused because all of your plate presentations is kind of is just it's different. So do you have what do you do first? You like think about a dish and how it's going to look, or do you like in flavor later? Or is it going to be like, okay, I got this thing, it's going to taste really, really good, but I'm going to design it this way? Like when you put something together, how do you go about it?
Well, I tell you the truth. Some of those things that you see, I'm gonna tell you the trick to it. I'll give it away. I'll let the cat out the bag. So a lot of those things I have cooked for people, right?
Yeah,
But also what I do is to get content. Like people go, oh, you ain't go over here. Like, okay, I signed an NDA. An NDA
right,
is a non-disclosure agreement. So people, some
right,
people I cook for, I can't say nothing.
right,
So
right,
what
right.
I'll do is I'll set the table up and I either make it for me or somebody else and I
Right.
put it on display. Some of the
Okay.
stuff that I do intentionally because I've learned if you do things picture perfect, people definitely don't look. But if I do a spot,
Right.
if I leave the tag on, oh, he left the tag, I know it was on there. You know why I know it's on there? Because I know you're gonna say something. You're just
Yes.
gonna run the
Okay. Good.
comments up.
Yes. All right.
You're gonna
Cool.
run up the comments, and everybody gonna follow you. And it's just gonna look like, oh, he's slow. No, you slow for thinking I don't know that tag is there. You
Okay,
understand? No,
okay,
that's
okay.
intentional. I
I
know
love it.
what's there. Why would I not know what's there? It's staring me in the face. Even if you think I can't, I can feel it. You understand? So yeah, I do it
No, I
intentionally.
love it. I love it. Okay, so now I'm just going to ask this question, and I don't know if this is personal or not, because everyone like we're very cautious about what we're saying, and then some people just don't care. You probably saw this too, but there's been a dish here and there where you went like this, and then you like totally like dropped it, and you kept on like it missed the. Was that in? I'm asking. There's no judgment. Is that
Intentional.
intentional?
Absolutely intentional. Absolutely intentional. Because see, I've been on both sides of the fence. If you go look, like I said in my very beginning, where I set the table, I got nothing. I'm actually gonna do this shirt with 1,646.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed on that many followers for the longest. So and that brought me, pretty much no traction to my page, right?
Okay.
So when I started doing nut stuff, and I said, these people like nut stuff. So
Okay.
let me be nutty and give them that. And I
Right.
just climbed the ladder.
Okay.
That's all I just continued to do it. I
Yeah.
don't plan nothing like, all right, let me do this. No. If I see something like, okay, I said, damn, this glass got stick on it. Oh, I'm gonna leave it right now. I'm gonna leave
No,
that glass sticker right
you
there.
know,
Spin it
'cause-
around. And then he don't
yeah.
know that yeah, he knows it very well. So I
So
just
people
want
like,
you to
yeah, people like Chef PSA and me and a few others with some sense. We were like, "There's no way. That's on purpose." We're not gonna like. There's no way. Especially how people are ruthless in the comments. We're like, "There's no way. That's absolutely that was on purpose." And then a lot of us was like, man, the fancy chef is awesome because he's playing with people. Like it was obvious for some of us, but some of the stuff that you do is like, man, I don't know. I think it's dead serious. So here's my question to you. Here's my question. Here's and we never talked about this on the phone because we were talking about everything else. But let me do it this way. I grew up in Italy. I grew up in Naples, Italy, and the Alfredo that we would have. The gentleman named Alfredo. All he wanted to do was do Parmesan,
Mhm.
butter, uh, and that was basically it. That was all when Alfredo did his Alfredo, it was literally that. It was named after him: Parmesan, butter, water, salt, pasta water, and that was you put all that together and you get your sauce. There's been countless times where you'll say, countless times where you'll say, "I'm about to make a Alfredo," and you'll start talking about like heavy cream. You can do heavy cream, basil pesto, and whatever else. So is that your twist, or do you? I'm actually there's no judgment. I'm just asking the question. Is that your style of Alfredo? Is that what you always grew up having, or are you just playing with people as well?
No, that was pretty much playing. Like I said, I could do it, and you may look at it as playing, but
Right.
somebody asked me to do it that way. See, that's another thing that happens.
Okay.
Like a lot of stuff you see me probably do on camera,
Yeah.
somebody asked for
Ask
that
you to
type
do
of
that.
play, or they'll
Okay.
ask me to do it. You
Okay.
don't know it because I don't say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I could do it in many different ways. So that's sort of like the cacio pepe when you
Yeah.
do the egg and the salt and you do the black pepper. So that initial way with the parmesan, the pasta water, like that is the original way. But
Right.
this generation don't know that. They don't really know actually Italian cooking, Southern, Northern Italian. They don't really know that. So they run to, all right, let me go with what I know and what I believe. And a lot of the, especially African Americans, they love that cream base.
You're
So
right.
that's
You're right.
pretty much, why I do it. Everything a cream base is in everything. They think that's the most extravagant sauce they can imagine. So
Heavy cream first, and then you go from there. I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's one of the reasons why I do it. But no,
No,
I,
no.
I,
There's no
I,
rules in food. I would just, because I did a whole video on letting people know what Alfredo was, and it's just intriguing to see how you go about it and what you say. Because even when I grew up in, you work in banquets and you work in hotel kitchens, they would do when you have to cook for the masses and cooking risotto in a big old tilt skillet, like people running the water and then they add in the rice. Like, dude, that's not risotto, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but everyone like you have your there's so many different ways to cheat in the kitchen, and then but some have integrity and some don't. So some spots have integrity, some don't. So um, I don't know, man. There's no rules in food.
Yeah, well, pretty much some people I look at it, you just add your own twist. You could
Right.
downright out pretty much tell who don't have any experience when it come to food, and they just do it, social media for money. They do it for notoriety, do it for showmanship. I'm
Right.
always going to add a twist. I don't never want to repeat anyone's recipe because that's what you created. When I did the spin-off of the Alfredo for Segura, no
Right.
one done it before. I did red wine with champagne.
Yeah.
Turned out and said, "Oh my God, this is the best food I ever had."
Okay.
And I said it, and I know it because you never had that combination of love before.
Right.
You're gonna get your typical dry
Right.
white wine, red wine sauces. So when I mix the two, when they come together, it's a beautiful marriage. You never had that explosion before. So I
Yeah.
look, I actually salivate to do things like that. How can I be different? What can I do to actually like be totally different than somebody else? Why must I follow? And
Right.
I pride myself on that. So when people go,
Yeah.
oh, what you do? When they call me, oh, why you do that? Keep watching. You'll figure out why I did it.
Keep
Just keep
watching.
watching. Don't you miss a beat. Oh, that don't go. It goes now because you just said something to me. So it goes. You recognize, you looked at it, you liked it, you got the attention that you wanted. So
Yeah.
thank you. Keep watching. So, and, that's pretty much now like I said, to downright out cook, yeah, I could do it, but I don't like doing it because I don't like repeat other people's recipes. I just think
No.
that you learned the five mother sources. I could take the five mother sources and rename them. How
No.
anybody
Yeah.
really
That's
gonna know? I
cool.
could rename every last one of them I want to. I could
Right.
add lime, I could add lemon, I
I
could add
know.
orange, I could add a little bit of champagne. How you gonna know? But I'm
Right.
gonna make it different. So I
Right.
those people, I give those people credit for what they've created, and
Yeah.
let their lives and their legacy go on. But fancy chef gonna twist the light bulb. It's gonna be like twisting a cap off a bottle.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. I mean, all those okay. So the mother sauces. When it gets to hollandaise, like if you people had these things, all these different sauces, and they have all these derivatives, and all these derivatives were named after people. So I can't. I'm not going to start that right now. Not Alec. AYOG. Anyway, there's a sauce where you take demi-glace and you dump some of that into your hollandaise. That's a whole sauce. And some of these sauces were named after people. So it's like it comes down to whatever you want to do, you do that. And if it's not being
yeah,
done before, you name it after you. People
exactly.
are afraid to name things after them, and I'll be the first one to say no. I don't know. Yeah, it's that sauce has been printed. You know.
I don't. I'm not really gonna agree with you in about naming it after them. I think making the
No,
change is what so much as people are afraid of, and the backlash. Like, oh, you took this and you changed it. Oh, that ain't that. Me, you could call me a billion times. That's exactly what it is. Eat it. You don't like it, watch it. You don't want to watch it, turn me off. So I
oh,
mean, that's how you have to have the mindset. And then people go after a while. That you'd be surprised how many people have approached me and said, "Friends, I love what you do. I love your content. You've been inspiring. You've been." I get school
right,
kids. I get chefs from other countries. I get chefs from other places that
right,
say things. Like I said, because when you stand out, it's just different for people. Because like I said, if you see two twins, there's no difference in the twins. The excitement is that they both are the same, but after a while, they're not exciting anymore because okay, y'all do the same thing, y'all look the same way. But what you
right,
get out of them is you're gonna ask them, well, what do you do different? What do you like? You're gonna look at the difference in them. So that's basically what it is. It's like, what do you do so different? Why should we want you? Why should we gravitate to you? What do you do that's different? That's mind-boggling.
right.
And that's what I pride myself on. Like I said, if you don't want to watch it, you don't like it, you want to welcome. I don't make nobody or force nobody. I
Yeah,
don't
forget
do that.
about it.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not in the business of doing that. But I will get your attention. So, it's
that's
gotten a
I
lot
mean
of
that's the main
attention.
thing. And you can get someone's attention by macaroni and cheese and what's the other one, peanut butter and jelly and a good hamburger. Like you can get if you cook things right. And if you hit all the marks, you get someone's attention being a regular, casual, non-creative spot. I mean, that's the main
But
thing. There's different ways to catch people's attention. There's a
it
fancy
is.
chef way. We have this in lamb chops and ranch and a flute. There's that automatic caught attention. There's Nova. They have like bugs on top of the. They serve. There's a plate with all these all these bugs everywhere. You're supposed to like catch them and eat them, and that stands out. So all my chef friends, we shared that. So we share stuff from you. We share stuff from Nova, um, plating styles and techniques from other social media people. There's there you go yawning again. You sleeping? It's past your bedtime.
Nah. Actually, I ain't getting no rest, but I'm good. I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
alert.
No,
I'm
but
alert.
yeah, I just it's just if you can catch someone's attention by like, because Stevie Wonder, if Stevie Wonder ate something, it'll catch his attention. Like, yeah, I want to have that again. Take me back to that one restaurant where we, can't remember where it was at, but take me back to that one restaurant, because he remembers like, man, that was some good flavor. Let's go back there. So there's different ways to catch people's attention, and I think if you're a chef, the whole purpose of us cooking is to cook food that tastes so good that people can't even duplicate it at home. Now, of course, people can, but you want to go to a chef, you want to go to a restaurant to where you don't want to even bother with you don't even want to make that at home. You just like, look, I want to go over there and have fancy chef fancify the lamb rack of opposed to anyway. I'll stop right there.
Mhm. Oh, I don't see the comments no more.
Yeah, I see him. I'm looking right at it.
They're
Yeah,
not on myself.
yeah. I don't know. I don't. Maybe you hit a button or something. I don't know.
Any more questions for these guys? Oh, they still here. Let me see what we got. 18.
Yeah, yeah. We went up to like 19 at one point, and this is still kind of early. This is still like um. This is yeah. It's 9:27 where I'm at. So people still getting off of work and stuff like that.
Yeah, I noticed the chat don't have any more questions. I think they hear my level of intelligence and they're like, wow, he's not crazy after all. Yeah, that scared people. They be like, damn. I got it. I get it all the time. Yo, you nothing like
You're smart.
coach. They like, oh wow.
I thought you were stupid.
Yeah, yeah. But that like I said, that you have more freedom now with the internet than you did with the TV because
Right,
the only relationship you can have with a person on the TV is talk to the TV.
right.
Now with the phone, you can actually type and send a message and
Leave
go
voicemails and
go
all that.
live
Yeah,
with them and all that. So now it's
yeah.
extremely different. You can have that contact your um, entanglement with them. So it's
Entanglement.
different now, and they can say anything they want. They can see you, and it's totally different now. This modern day and time. So honestly, I'm grateful. I'm thankful for it all. It's been great for the most part. I will say that.
Yeah.
Um, and like I said, some days, um, I feel free, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, good. Nobody's gonna know me. Nobody, I say it to myself. The next thing I know, I go fancy chef. Oh shit! No. So it's a great feeling. It really is. It's a tremendous feeling,
I don't
people.
haven't gotten that yet. And you know what? I'm happy if I don't. Either way, like, because I'm on here for a reason. It would be cool to like, I don't know, like I'm just talking with you. Then next thing you know, who knows? Maybe the algorithm, the artificial intelligence, will pick up this logo. Next thing you know, they got me doing a chef cooking for the company. Like I've been rocking with these people for like 30 plus years. You know, I used to drink these every single day from 19 years old up until my 30s. And I had to like
Okay.
be careful because too much sugar and stuff like that. But we're in a world now where I would love nothing more to us talk, and who knows, maybe when Drewski does put you on or something, maybe you need an assistant. Maybe you know how that goes. So we're just on here just like lounging, but you don't know who's watching. You don't know who's
Never,
taking notes because
never know who's
you
watching.
have no idea.
You
Uh,
never know who's watching. So the
I had
best
a, I
thing
had a
is to post and to reach out and to stay engaged. It is very important. Now, some people don't care. They get on when they get on. Everybody have their
ooh,
own variable of reasons why they come on and what it do for them, so on and so forth. I do it so people can look, so they can see. Some people say it's too fancy. Some people say it's not fancy enough. But listen to me
right.
real good and make it loud and clear. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You
there's
can look at it any way you want to.
Yeah.
Now, the people do I cook for, do I care about? Absolutely. So,
Right.
it's been
Right.
my joy. It's been the love. I had it for a long time. I heard somebody say, you can't be passionate at cooking because if you lose the passion,
Right.
then you won't. I say, okay, idiot, let me help you out. No, I don't know who that applies to, but
The
um,
idiot.
yeah, I have the passion
Hey,
for it and
idiot,
it's
come
never
here.
going anywhere. I tell
Right.
people over and over again, when I die, bury me with a frying pan.
I
Take
heard
all
that.
my worldly goods, but bury me with a frying pan.
Hey,
I'm
speaking
fine.
of speaking of burying you in a frying pan, Prodigal 26 said, how do, and I already know the answer. I've already vented with this about Mike Stikes has just got into the I'm not saying chat. I get tired of people, never mind. Mike Stikes has joined us, but like this question right here, how do we get past the trends that last too far long, like the Brussels sprouts, hamachi, crudo, burrata? I already know my answer. People that know me already know what I'm about to say. But what's your thoughts on like the repetitive over and over? Like Hamachi can take let's give Hamachi a a season off. Like I get it. It's identifiable and you already know what you can do with it. And there's some sexy things you can do with the collar, of course. But my goodness, every single every other restaurant for sure. There's a hamachi and it's plated the same way. There's some heat. There's a habanero or something. There's a pickled jalapeno. There's some, and it's delicious. I get it. Well, we're still stuck on the same. Hamachi is equivalent to Caesar salad to me. It's like, dude, we're not even doing what Caesar wanted. My man Caesar had an idea for the salad. We're not
Mhm.
even doing the salad justice, and we're just throwing all these things together. But hamachi, Brussels sprouts, burrata, what's the other one? There's a chocolate desserts. Every Italian restaurant you go to, it's the same. It's the same boring four options. Drives
Well,
me insane.
well,
We're past that. There's a whole field of like produce. There's a whole like different ways we can sweeten up something. If I want to do a parsnip gelato, I should be able to at an Italian restaurant. I lived in Italy. They had the collard greens over there. I'll stop right there. But anyway, what's your thoughts on hamachi and burrata and Brussels sprouts on every menu?
it comes from a number of different places. One place is not going to want to see it done and not benefit from it. So everybody's going to want to benefit from it. Is monkey see, monkey do.
There's a lot of
Um,
monkey there. Yeah,
and then my thing is, and this is what I speak about a lot. When you're not creative, like I said, I see social media. I see the most boringest food
I
you
know.
can imagine, and nobody have different thoughts and different ideas.
Yeah,
Everybody play copycat. I'm
that's
tired
true.
of seeing the lamb chop.
Me too. You're
I'm
tired of
tired
it.
of seeing them. I'm tired of seeing oxtails. Like they don't give it a rest. They don't give it a break. Next, I'm gonna do it in cereal. If I can do it in my cereal bowl,
Yes,
my
please.
cereal glass. And they were like, he put strawberry milk, sugar, and honey with raisin bran and oxtail. Yeah, I sure did it. So it just it becomes repetitive, and to me, that's just the creative mind. Now, that's what I talk about when I talk about somebody mentioned to me, do I have a regular job? No, because you got to remember, you're up under somebody else's leadership, whether it's the chef
Right.
de cuisine, whether it's the executive chef, or executive sous chef. You're
Yeah.
making what they want you to make. So even if you creative, you cannot be creative. And a lot of these people, they get together with ownership, they get together with corporate, and they make a menu that you have to follow.
Uh huh.
That's why I say branch out, be on your own. You don't have to be subjected to that. So the barada and all that is,
It drives me up a
pretty much
wall.
is,
Like it's just
yeah,
too safe. Like, dude, there's a whole ocean. That's all. I'm about to get loud. I'm about to get loud because there's
yeah,
a
but
whole ocean. There's a whole
yeah, it is.
ocean of a
Yeah, but you got,
variety
yeah, but you got to look at this. You got to take things in its proper perspective. Like I said, you got to
perspective.
remember. I don't want. Okay, so let's say I'm 11 Madison Park, right?
Okay.
I don't want Smith and Lewinsky's Steakhouse to just be the ones to make a steak with caviar inside, right? So I want to do it too. So again, like I said, it goes back to monkey see, monkey do. It goes to being creative. It goes to if it's the hottest thing out there, it's marketable. The price is high. I could charge an astronomical price. So those things are the factors of it, and that's where it go back as well as saying, how creative are you? Me, I just won't do stuff like that because yeah, you can do it, but can you add a twist if you're gonna do it? If you're following it for those reasons, but other than that, these people are not creative, and some of them don't have the reins to do it because you're up under strict leadership of other chefs that have the reins for the rest of them. So
Right.
some people probably want to do different. They don't want to do it, but because it's the money maker, because the eye opener, they're gonna follow it. So
Right.
that's pretty much it. You got to be open minded about it, and I get tired of seeing it, but and that's what inspired me to be creative on my own as well, because I know with my creative mind, you know, um, I'm gonna branch out and be different. And that's
Right.
why, she made mention, oh, you work. No, I'm not doing it for nobody. I know you say don't never say. No, listen real good. I can sell I
All
can
right.
sell cereal in the bowl.
Okay.
Before I just and that's the thing. Like I said, you gotta work so many hours, you slaving for these owners. They don't appreciate you, they don't honor you.
Right.
They'll work you half to death, they'll talk to you any type of way. And what I look like being known on social media, and then I coming in and I work for you. That ain't happening. That's just not it. Once you build
Yeah.
a name, and you branch out, it's really no way back. Now, does it happen with people? Yeah,
Happens
I'm
all the
sure.
time. Happens
But
all the time.
yeah, it happen with people. Yeah, but I'm not
Like
doing
all
it.
the time. I,
No.
I've met so many old executive chefs that they own places that had something going on, and then
Yeah,
they
because
end up going back and say, "Hey, I need to find some work."
yeah, you
You
you know
know.
where that comes in from? See, nowadays it's always been marketing, but now it's marketing at its highest right now. A lot of these people don't know how to market. That's the thing. That's where they come in the problem at. And then you want to put something on the menu at an astronomical price.
Uh huh.
That's another thing. So they don't know how to market food. If McDonald's could come up with a goddamn $6 meal, you ought to be able to come up with a strategic to make some money too. And
Right.
that's troublesome right there. These people, the chefs that are getting in from school, they just finished putting lettuce on a plate, and now you want to hire them at a low rate. So what do you think you're gonna get?
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, marketing is everything. How you market it. A lot of these people don't
Right.
have specials during lunch. They don't have specials during dinner. To bring in people and they can look at the other parts of your restaurant of your
Right.
menu. And then
Mm-hmm.
these people got a long menu. And that's one of the things I speak about. You got a menu with 85 million items on there. And you got people walking away because they don't know what to get. You ever see the waitress come? How can I help you? Oh, we still decided. No, go exact. It's exactly what you want to specialize in, and it'll make money. Chick-fil-A doing it. Shake Shack, they don't got a bunch of items on the menu, and then you won't have much in overhead, and you won't have much in food costs. Get
Right.
straight to the menu. Like
Yeah.
I said, when I do mine, I'm going to do a variety of different foods because I'm going to make it international. But the thing about it, I'm not going to keep repeating it. So I could
Right.
do chicken a billion ways. I could
Right.
do pork a million ways.
Yeah.
If beef is a good price, I could do beef different ways. I could do
Yeah.
beef inside of the rice, right? I could do
Uh-huh.
shrimp inside of the rice. I could do all three.
Right.
I could do a vegetable rice, which isn't expensive. I could take some carrots. I could take some asparagus. I could take some baby corn. I could take baby carrots,
Right.
mix it all in and go to the vegetable rice. Boom. I could sell that in a bowl for $5. I could sell that for $7.
Right.
So you gotta have an astronomical mind that's creative when you do these things. If you stuck like these chefs, they go in these schools and they get like they come out of military. Attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you
Right.
like, man, that's why I say I can't do it. I'm too marketable. No, bro, I'm being honest. Like
No.
that's why I
Yeah.
know it's not for me. Now, other chef, because you had a restaurant and you didn't know how to market at all. Now, you don't
Right.
have to pay these creators to come in and talk about your food. You know the way you do that? You do that with the customer that's spending the money.
I know.
You
Yeah, no,
understand?
I've always called the customer. The customers were the investors. The customers were the ones. I don't have a fake
Yeah.
phone out. The customers. I'm about to get loud again. See, a long time ago, we didn't have any creators. We didn't even
I
have
don't know.
none of that foolishness. What we had was good food, and if the food was good, word of mouth got it popping, and you would drive by the restaurant, and we would see the restaurant always packed,
Yeah.
and cars packed to the whole. Everyone was like, "Yo, that spot over there, it's hard to get into. That's got to be really good." And then
Yeah.
Pamela and Yolanda and Brian come out and said, "Man, the food's so good in there, man. It was worth it." And so
Yeah.
that was all the publicity you need. Nowadays, let me call this guy up and let me, ask him to do a solid for me. I'll pay him $800 just to say, man, that was good. And didn't even eat it. Yeah.
And then another thing is some of these restaurants, the guys don't even recognize the ingredients. Because some of these ingredients, they won't recognize. And I'll tell you, to be funny, black people don't eat no damn basil. They don't eat parsley. They don't eat that. So how you know when you go to these? That's why you don't see them a lot in these high-end restaurants because they don't recognize the
I
ingredients. They
love
don't know anything
basil.
about it.
Right, right,
And
right.
I tell people over and over again, the black people get mad at me. I say, name me a soul food salad. Name me a salad.
Oh, I mean,
Because
there's the Cajun. It's not really soul food, but there's those Cajun salads. You know what I mean?
no, 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 no. I'm
No,
talking
that's what I'm
about
saying. I know you're right.
yeah, I'm talking about
You
pig,
just gave me
pig
an
from
idea.
that.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm
You
talking
just gave
about
me an
from
idea.
yes, I'm talking about down home soul food with that's what I'm talking about. Name me a salad. They don't even have one.
You
And I
gave me an
said,
idea.
yes, and I always say to them, that's why that food is the lowest on the totem pole because it's predicated on sugar and salt, legs falling off, hearts failing, stuff like that. You
Yeah.
understand?
I
So
did a video. I did a video with you and Key and Peele, and you were talking. You said the exact same thing. I had to find it and send it to you, but it was like you were saying you were going on your rant about soul food not being that was filled with sugar, and I had Key and Peele. It was a whole skit. I put both y'all together. I'll find it and send it to you.
yeah, so and then it's not creative. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, the last soap I had, and she got creative with it. I don't remember what it was particularly, but Melba's in Harlem.
Okay. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
doing that. She's doing an outstanding job. She's not
Yeah.
stuck in time. She's bringing out some dishes, and her food was extremely good. God, they treated me well. They treated me with open arms. They was filling me up.
Good.
Chef this, chef this, chef that, chef. And again, like I said, people don't know how to market. And
Right.
that's just the beginning of time. Like you said, back then it was word of mouth. People knew, but now these owners do not know how to market. That's why they fail.
No.
You understand? This
Or
is
their
why they
marketing
fail.
is too expensive. The marketing is like, look, this is guaranteed. This will work. Let
No,
me
it's not.
get this.
No,
Let me get
it's
this.
not expensive. You know why it's not expensive? Bring in your customers. Have them. This is how you do it. I'm gonna give away free game.
All right.
Okay. So, okay, let's say for instance, McDonald's, right? Let's say McDonald's come in, you got customers line up. You pick three customers that ordered three different things, and you have them speak about the meal. I'm just using McDonald's, but I
Right.
could use a restaurant. You have them speak about when they come in, you say, look, you don't have to if you don't want to. We do it for the restaurant. And you can say, you ordered a ribeye, you ordered a filet of sole, you
Uh-huh.
you ordered alligator legs.
Right.
Tell us about your dish. And they go into it. You the narrator and you direct it.
Right.
You use the customers already spending the money. They're there. And you narrate. How long you been coming here? Oh, I've been coming here for 5 years, 6 years. You can narrate the whole thing. You don't even need influencers. The best thing to do is your customers and do not make a long menu. You know how many people leave because they can't make up their mind about what
I
they
know.
want?
I know.
They're like, there's too much to choose from. That ain't a lie. You don't put all this stuff up there. And this is another thing how I get people. And when I go in a restaurant, I do a review. I
Yeah.
said, give me the least thing that sells. They be like, huh? Yeah. Don't give me what sells. Give me the least thing that sells, and I will bring those sales up. And it was like, oh, wow, chef, you smart. Because now you got stuff on the menu. You can't tell me all that stuff is moving.
Right.
88 items is not selling. That's too much anyway. You
Right.
understand? That's too much
That's
anyway.
too much
You
going on.
bring
Like a
that.
Chinese restaurant. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you bring down your food costs. You bring down your overhead. There's a
Yeah.
lot you could do when you do that. You understand? You just
Yeah.
digging yourself a hole with all these items and they not being sold.
Right.
That's the best way to market. Let people know or customers that you could do a what would I call it? You could do a VIP line. You could call them in and you can say, oh, you coming in this week. and be like, "Oh, we're just gonna answer a couple of questions for the food." Now
Right.
you get your own. You could get the waiter, the waitress to run the camera.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? It's ways to cut all it. Get your waiter, waitress, or the busboy, and the waitress could be there with your customer, and they can use the camera and they can ask the question. You
Right.
could cut that out
Yeah.
instead of paying because they're the actual ones. They'll be glad to do it.
Yeah.
Everybody not gonna say no to you. You know what I'm saying? And not all gonna say no to you.
No, forget about it.
Yeah. I gotta run. I don't
Okay.
mean to cut it short.
No,
Um,
we already for like yeah. Appreciate it,
um,
man. About time.
I don't know how much we did. I know we did
We
over an
did a
hour.
lot. Man, you about to leave. Sam was here, and he's about to leave. But anyway, thank you, man. I mean, I think a lot of
That's
the
good.
people we've been rocking with you for like 3.5, 4 years. So you
Yeah,
covered a lot
I'll
of
probably
stuff
come
too.
back next week. See if anybody got any last big questions. I'll answer. I ain't got no problem with that.
Sam Talbot. Sam, any questions?
Yeah, anybody
Anyone
want to
have any kind of
collab and
questions?
collab comments, whatever. I think they struck like, oh shoot, he can talk. He do speak. He talk. I think that's really what it is. I get that all the time. Because
Well,
other than that, these people ask crazy questions. What made you do that? And I don't mind repeating it to them, but yeah, I get that all the time.
yeah. Well, what's
Um,
gonna happen is I'm gonna take this video and I'm gonna save it, and it'll be too long for me to polish. It'll be I have to. I'm not good with technology either, believe it or not. So I have to like take. Oh, I'm not sure who's on. Sam. Sam, that's Fancy Chef. This is Brent. That's Fancy Chef. Sam, Chef Sam. That's Fancy Chef. That's the one and only. Don't let the Birdman look fool you.
yeah, what's
Yeah,
going on?
someone called you Birdman earlier.
I heard that before. I heard that before.
Yeah, you were
Uh,
like
Maybe I'm gonna bring
incognito.
somebody on live if they don't. Everybody don't have to get. I
I
mean,
tried to invite. Who wants to go live with me? Okay, hold on. Uh, okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Let's see here. Let's invite. Let's see here. Let me see if we can do this a three-way. If he's I just invited somebody. Let's pause. Um,
do what they said.
yeah, I've never went three on here before, so I wonder if I hit the right button or not. What's up, Sam? Yeah,
I think
Sam's
they can.
legendary. Y'all need to. Yeah, that's a man. That's a mobster. Yeah,
Everybody
he's like
quiet. How
he's
many people we got
scary.
here? We got double
Yeah.
digit numbers, like still.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, he had a whole
My,
bunch of questions. He had a whole bunch of questions for you. What's up? Good to see you.
wow. I mean, you just kind of surprised me.
This is
I
a
had to get
surprise. Yeah.
somewhere.
Now, voila, he's about to leave.
It's a pleasure. I would have
We're here.
looked better.
I don't look better. Fancy stuff is hiding himself, so we're good. We're
Yeah, well,
boys
he
on Sunday
probably
night.
has to.
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to go in public, so I'm in public, so I gotta kind of like try to disguise. I gotta give him something to think about. Is that him? Sometimes people are like, damn, that's the guy. I see that all the time. That's him. That's him.
Who is
They
this
unsure.
nigga?
I get out the way. But
Right.
sometimes I approach him and say, yeah, that is me. Oh my gosh, you're just screaming, falling out and screaming. Yeah, let me call my mother. Let me call my dog. Let me call my two cats. So it starts to get crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still
What's
look
going
forward.
on, man?
I'm not gonna reveal it, but I still look forward to that one video you talked about, Fancy. That
All
yeah, I'm
right.
not gonna say it, but I didn't forget. We talked about like a month ago about a certain video you were gonna make. I still can't wait to see it.
All right, nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Just let me get some things down pack. I ain't forget about it. I ain't forget about it. What's going on, man? You all right? You got anything to say to me or you want to ask? You all right?
Well, I mean, I have lots of questions. I'm just a simple farmer, so there's
Okay.
uh there's
Awesome.
lots of things I can ask the fancy chef.
You can start. I'll stay for that.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I was actually so I was asking about how you developed your palate early in your career. Did you try a lot of different things, or was it more finessing one thing at a time?
Now I tried the different things, different array of things. I grew up in the kitchen, so it wasn't new to me. I grew up extremely young, so it wasn't new to me. When my mom and dad we went out, we went out. We were forbidden to eat McDonald's, Burger King, stuff like that. So we truly ate out. It wasn't nothing that we didn't eat fast food. So it's a lot I already knew at a young age. So. I tried a lot, and then me getting in the kitchen in high-end restaurant at a young age, and I'd probably say forced myself through, but um, will and persistence and consistency is really what did it. And then the chefs really believed in me because they see how persistent I was. I mean, I don't want to call it bully game, but I just took take no for an answer. They would be out just coming in or not there yet. I'm hanging out in front of the office. I'm hanging out in front of the door. They throw me out. I go to run to the dish room. I go run to the elevator, come back. So it was just, just being persistent was just really pretty much it. And like I said, I got in fast. I did airline catering first. So I did the cold kitchen and the hot kitchen. When pretty much if you do the cold kitchen, it kind of like you're a little lower, but when you get to the hot kitchen, your skill set is a little more better. So I was able to be exposed to a lot early. That's pretty much how it went. So I did it early. So yeah.
Sure. And then actually, I put this in the chat, and Brent didn't get a chance to get to it yet. And it was more on the food trends, and if you think that continuing food trends are somewhat because of the consistency and continuing sales, and restaurants don't want to go out of their way to become creative because of that.
I get it. I mean, it works. Like, hamachi works. That's why everyone does it. There's a certain price range it has. There's so much things you can do with it. If you get the whole fish, you can do things with the collar. You can do things with the spine. There's other things you can do with there's you can it can be an entree. I mean, I was in a place where we didn't sear it all the way. It was like a hard sear. We kind of basted it. Um, it was a tandoori hamachi situation. That was wild. And it was treated like it was an entree. But for the most part, what's really sad, I'm not in the mood. Man, I'm not in the mood. But they're not. This is a safe space. Laverna, never mind. You know what? There's a lot of restaurants. They legit have the same formula. The same, and majority of them have the same presentation. The reason why they have it is because it works. It's a business, so you want to keep people. You want to give something that or they can identify. I get it. Brussels sprouts is money, man. Take it, fry it out the fryer. You season it with whatever you want to do, like salt. But like if you want to do more than that, um, they toss it with some bacon and maybe it's a Caesar salad like a Parmesan aioli at the bottom or something, and it's tasty. That's gonna be a bestseller. Hamachi is gonna be a bestseller, and I get it. I just feel like it's okay to get some tiger fish in there. Get some. Actually, what you can do instead of all that money on advertising, how about not instead of using 2,000. For example, instead of using $900 on advertising that month, how about you just get some really good quality food and make sure and different types of fish, different types of you know how many ways of tartare we'll see the same exact tartare. Like if we can get a different type of meat, different type of maybe the heart, maybe the there's other things that we can do, but we're still doing the same tartare, the same crudo. Crudo. People think crudo means hamachi. That's how much it's gotten. Crudo doesn't even mean that. I'm not in the mood to do the definitions, but like nowadays, crudo means fish. It means raw. No, it means hamachi. You say, "Oh, do you guys have a crudo on the menu?" And everyone thinks about ponzu and all this other stuff. And some heat and a broth, and there's got to be, but it works, and I get it. It's a good business move, I guess, but it'd be kind of cool to not see a repetitive. I would love to go to a different restaurant, and it's literally a different restaurant. Like it's okay to not have bread service. I can't stand bread service. Reason why I can't stand bread service because everyone doesn't. They're not doing it correctly. They do bread in house at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm about to get it at 8 o'clock at night, and it's trash. Didn't you know what I'm saying? It sounds good. Oh, we make this in house. Yeah, but it was ready at 4 o'clock in the morning, and now I'm about to eat it, and they put it in this hot box. Trust me, this is a safe space. I was at Le Bernardin one time, and the bread was harder than Jeopardy. It was just tough, But they're known for their fish, so no one cared. But but then I go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, and it wasn't some roll and some things I couldn't pronounce. It was I took the bread open, I peeled it open, and that steam came through and it was fresh. I was like, yes, let's do that every time. Like what's my man's name? Bobby Flay. You know, I went to one of his restaurants and he had fresh scones, fresh biscuits, something else that was fresh. So if we're gonna do bread service, can we make sure it tastes right? I'm just not a big fan. I think Graham Elliott he didn't do bread service. He did popcorn because it's like everyone was doing the same thing. He did popcorn. That sounds like it's amazing too. Plus, you're not gonna get full on bread. Like
Hold
his
on,
thing.
guys. Hold on, guys. I gotta answer this phone. Hold on.
All right, yeah, do your thing.
Not back in the pocket.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me see. On Earth, 1 second, Justin. Okay. No, but I just think it's smarter if you just it gives people. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. What up, man? About time.
What's up, man? How you?
We're here. We're here finally. I know, right? Yeah.
It was wild.
No, but I just don't like the same repetitive situation. But and then even the entrees, it's like there's a there's if you have short ribs, it's like it's guaranteed to go with a certain starch, guaranteed to go with a certain sauce. Like I think we're better than that. But if you got bills to pay, I guess let's do something smarter, or let's do something that we know that's going to sell. Because there's people like me. I can't speak for Justin. There's people like me where I just want to be. I like being entertained. I like to learn, and I want to go to every restaurant and try something different. But then there's some places that, yeah, they're not even like I'm a huge chef nerd about it, and I would love to get challenged. Tigerfish, oh man, oh I had that raw, and then they had the, that's kind of cool to me. But the same desserts, the same entrees, the same, I mean, there's variations in there. There's people that do things differently. It's just as a fan of what we do, as a fan of our profession, I just like to see some originality here and there, like or maybe like a blackboard special where it's just like here's our regular, you know, here's our regular menu and that's standard, but on this other menu, yeah, we can if you want to play around, there's that. So
It ain't gonna happen.
if
That
you
you
have a
comfortable.
special board, that's the way to go about it. And I get like, you know, yeah, you're right.
That you comfortable.
All right. So, did you have another question? Brett answered that for 30 minutes, but okay.
Yeah, we're here. This is it. Fancy Chef is real.
Thanks.
It was a hot button topic for Brent.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have kept going. I just,
Oh, I know. I didn't mean to.
because me and a whole bunch of people like me, we talk about this all the time, and we literally do try to do what's different. Like, how can we do something that's different? And not being different for the sake of being different, but like, all right, cool. Me and I'm trying to, me and some brethren here in Dallas. There's a spot called Mid Coast Society,
Yeah.
and we're shooting it. We want to have it open soon, but things are happening. We'll open it when we open it. But there's a brisket dish that we did, and the way every time you're in the South, you hear brisket, your brain shifts over to everybody in Austin, and what everyone how everyone treats brisket. You go that direction. What we did was we took there's like this mushroom. Maybe I should, there's a seasoning that we do that's different from everybody. Let me do it that way. And then I'll just tell you, it was some mushroom action, some fish sauce, and that was like the marinade. And then we could take it out and smoke it in the green egg. Well, in the restaurant, we'll probably have something different. We smoked it, and then we braised it with this beef broth, coconut, curry situation, and it was heaven. And we had it on this non bread type of thing. Brisket roti is what we had on the menu, and it was divine. and it clearly stood out from what everybody else is doing. Everyone else is doing brisket the same way, not us. And we're not doing brisket different for the sake of being different. It's literally how these guys they came up with it, how they think. So we have a brain. It's okay to do something different. I'll stop right there.
All right, your next question, because he answered it. Okay. All right, hurry up, get it in. I ain't rushing you because we start talking.
Yeah. If you could pick one ingredient that you're known for, what do you think that would be?
Uh-oh.
Do you think it's the lamb?
Uh, I think it's variables. I
I
don't.
knew
I
it.
don't
I
think
knew,
it's one.
I knew you were going
I
to
don't
do
think it's.
that.
I don't think it's one. I don't think it's one.
I knew it.
Because some of them have gotten more looked at than others. Believe it or not. I don't know. Maybe they say the strawberry. I don't know. Um,
I like the strawberry.
it's probably the strawberry is probably the most, but
It's got
the
me.
lamb has gotten real huge because I actually reposted a number of times. Some people don't know it that followed me that didn't follow me back when never seen it. So that's why sometimes I repost it for those that are new that never seen it before. So it's probably the strawberry. I don't know, but might be yeah.
So do you
So,
think
so what?
the? Oh, sorry, Brent, you go.
I want Fancy. What do you? What? You're hungry, and you're not cooking for yourself, and you need something tasty. And you knock the hunger off. Are you going to the bodega? Are you going to a chain spot? Are you going to a family situation? Like, where do you? Not where do you eat, but like, what do you? Do you get into chopped cheese at all? Like, what's your New York? Like, I'm walking around. I'm hungry. Let me go get a. What are you eating?
I don't know. I probably eat peanut butter and jelly. Who knows? I might get a jar of
No,
peanut butter and
man.
jelly, buy a loaf of bread, and do that.
You
I
know what,
just
man?
no. I get what you're saying, but I'm just real different. I never ate chopped cheese before.
Wow.
I mean, chopped cheese ain't nothing but a hamburger. I can make it
I know
plenty
what
of
you
different
mean.
ways, though.
I know what you
I
mean. Yeah.
I can make it plenty of different ways. Some people make it just to season the meat. They add the cheese that it melt inside. I could
Right.
do a barbecue sauce. I could do a teriyaki sauce inside. I could do a honey mustard champagne sauce inside. And there's so many different things I could do inside of it that people would never dream of. I could add the mushrooms. I could add the cheese. Monterey. I could
Right.
add 7 cheeses to it. Just don't overdo it. But there's different ways.
17.
Yeah,
Don't overdo
I
it.
know y'all gonna.
17 is
I know
really
y'all gonna
overdo it.
steal my. I know y'all gonna steal my ideas, but it's okay.
No, no, no. This is a safe
That's
space.
all fancy.
Yeah, so
That's all
yeah, I could do
fancy.
that. I could do it with bacon. I could do it with salami. I could do it different ways. I could do it with steak,
Right.
sliced steak on top. I could do it with octopus. I do it different ways. Shrimp. There's different ways of doing it. Just you add that twist. That twist will get you. I might do a series on them. I might do a line of them.
Yeah, it'd
Don't
be
nobody
awesome.
copy shit. Y'all gonna copy. I might do a
I'm
line
not.
though. I might do a whole seafood line with the chopped cheese, crab. I might do a whole fried crab on top. I might do shrimp. I might do crab leg. I might do scallops. My mind just goes so many different places with food and and it's not to be the same. That's what separates me different from so many. I always been that way.
Right.
Like I own probably about I don't know maybe 5,000 pair of Jordans,
My goodness.
and okay. So let me give an example. Like the threes came out last week. I have
Uh-huh.
a bunch of them, but me getting them, I won't wear them because everybody else wear them. I wait, particularly 2, 3 years till they people don't think about them no more.
Right.
So and then somebody go, oh shit, where they come from? I didn't know they said those. I know you didn't. I
Right.
saved you. So it's just this how different you are and make you stand out. So
Right.
it's just it's easy for me. It comes to me very easy. It doesn't. I don't ponder on it.
You
You
just
could give
do
me
it.
one ingredient, I could turn it to a billion. Or I could
Octopus grilled
simplify.
cheese sandwich.
So yeah, huh?
No, you said octopus earlier. I said octopus grilled cheese sandwich. You talk about chopped cheese. You mentioned octopus, and I just said octopus grilled cheese.
Yeah, I can do it many different ways, and people gonna try it because they get curious. Especially if I'm making them like, oh shit, fan shit, man. So yeah,
Right. 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 Right.
there's different ways of doing it. So yeah.
That's true.
Anything else? You
Yeah, I
can
got a
take your
question,
time.
Fancy.
I'm not really in a rush, but huh?
I got a question, Fancy. Question. So, to somebody that's been in the industry for quite some time, that's having a hard time, breaking barriers. What would you be advice for that for that chef?
Breaking barriers.
Yes, sir.
Put on your forehead. I don't give a fuck. You know,
Okay.
you have to have I don't care attitude. You can't be afraid. And one of the things you have to be consistent and persistent. You got to love what you do. Don't do it because the world is doing things or because it's recognized now. Because the moment it leaves and it's not recognized, you're going to go with it too. Me, I told the world, just bury me with a pot and pan in my grave. So I take it for life. You know, I don't take it for granted. It's gotten me far. But, again, since social media has been um, saturated all over, any and everywhere. Some people just do it for notoriety. Some people do it to make money. But when you do it for the love of it, it's not going to go nowhere. Just don't care. You can't. Oh, who gonna say this? Who gonna say that? They say to me all the time. Oh, he called me. Why you put lamb chops in the glass? So you can say something and you can like it, and you could call me and you could write about it. Oh, why you put that turkey in the glass? And I go so you
That
can
was
say something,
great.
so
That was
you can like
wild.
it, right? And then they call me back. They say, yo, I tried that, me and my friends. So I see a video, a whole bunch of them trying. Oh,
Oh,
it's not
really?
bad after all. You see? So again, you just cannot be afraid to be different. That's going to set you aside. I mean, you could do things within the realms, so to
Right,
speak, of fine dining. But, if you go out of the realms of it, you're not really doing it. It's just things think people never seen before. And that's really what you want to do. You look at the Guinness Book of World Records. In
right,
fact, they even called me somewhere time ago. Guinness Book of World Records. So they give Guinness Book of World Records is, things that has broken a record or, even broken a record, things never
right,
seen before.
right.
That'll help you out and just I say don't care. When you have an attitude, oh, somebody gonna say, shut the fuck up and don't care. You understand? Because the moment you do, you scared and you pleasing other people. You worrying about what they say. Nah, if I could devour scallops and the white wine butter sauce, I could eat scallops on a rich cracker the same way. It's just another form of a bread. So if I did it that way, you're gonna eat it anyway. So again, you just can't be afraid. I know people say, "Oh, scallops is so high class and so you put that on the Ritz, yeah, and you probably want some. I might smear some peanut butter on the bottom, bologna, cut out a bologna a piece on the bottom, and you eat it. Make it to a sandwich, So you never know. Just don't be afraid of what you do, man. Just be consistent, be persistent. I pride myself on that. I tell people that over and over again. To be looked at and want to be looked at, that's something you got to do. So
I remember Coolio, when, Fantastic Voyage and 4, 3, 2, 1 or whatever, or 1, 2, 3, whatever. He Gangsta Paradise. Anyway, he said he had a catering company, so he was cooking for real. So as he was doing shows or whatever, he became a chef and he was catering. I forgot what the name of his catering was called, but his signature dish was it was cheeseburger scallops. He had all these cheese he had all these scallops, and he would put like ground beef on top of them and load it up with cheese, and that's what. There's no rules in food, man, because the thing is, there was a whole audience for that. What up,
it
Dubsky?
is.
There was a whole audience for that. So me and somebody, you guys, maybe were like, that's hideous. What would you do that? Because the purpose of not adding cheese with fish, the idea was that cheese is powerful to begin with. So if something's powerful, you don't mix it with something that's light. But at the same time, no one says nothing with tuna fish sandwiches and what is it? The grilled tuna Swiss, tuna
Get them out.
tuna melt. No one says nothing about tuna melts. But then when it comes down, because that's a well done, that's a well known thing. Tuna melts. That's it. Like no one had a complaint with that. But when it comes down to it, just sounds horrific. But at the same time, there was an audience for it. Cheeseburger, ground beef, cheese on scallops, overcooked in the oven, and they would sell out. So
Yeah. Um,
you know what I'm saying? Like if you're confident, you make something, you're confident about it. But if you're just like kind of edgy, what y'all think about this, or it's like, hey man, try something out, you're gonna love it. Then
If you notice, you watch my videos, I say it. Look, I made this cheesecake with the ice cream cone saturated. I don't ask you nothing. Do you like it? Hell no. Like it. I put it there. So, like you said, you become unsure and skeptical about what you do. It's going to be two things. You're either going to hate it or love it.
right,
That's really much it. Like it or dislike it, it's all up under the same realms. But
right,
um, it's pretty much the same thing. You got to take those chances. You got to be different. Because no two are the same. Not even twins. They just
yeah,
came out with a look. Their mindset is going to be different and everything. So,
yeah, yeah.
did you have anything else to ask me? I know he had a bunch. You can load it up. I don't mind.
I'll, I'll, I'll defer to Justin first because he's the pro, but I do have some if Justin doesn't. But
Go ahead, ask. Go ahead, ask. You go ahead.
well, he was talking. You're talking about changing the mother sauces and things like that. Do you have any other, traditional aspects of food you plan on revolutionizing in the near future?
Yeah, I got tons of them. I can't pinpoint nothing. I could do it in the drop of a dime. Because that's just how my mind works. It's always been geared towards what is different, what is something that's never been done before. Even when I went on Tom Segura, some people just thought it was a joke. Even when I was on the stove, um, Tom Segura's platform, he doesn't have a kitchen in his studio. I did that outside in the back. And
Right,
that's what I was referring to that I had never done before. And I didn't get all the words out, but on the studio audience in the back, cooking on the stove. So, just
right,
I don't never know what it's going to be. I don't like to plan it. That bothers me if I plan it. I like it to be that minute because that way I'm really gonna give it my all. If I plan it, I'm gonna change that shit 100 times. I'm just gonna change it. For example, I was only supposed to do a New York strip with Segura.
uh huh,
I got there and changed it. So I thought it was pretty classic. It was pretty boring, and what is that? That's nothing. So I went with the red wine and champagne, the twist Alfredo, and it was remarkable. And people requested, asked about it, and it sells. So um, we just have to have that mindset. I don't like to be, in a pretty much box. And just say, oh, I'm gonna do this. It's a lot I could
right,
go after, and I probably will. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I can dig it. My phone is gonna die pretty. It's like 9 minutes away from dying. Just saying.
All right, guys. If all goes well, maybe next week or the week after, keep it posted or whatever. Anybody I know want to go live or pair up or collab, I'm willing to do so. I don't cook for money. Um, I don't do that. I get paid to cook. You just
I heard that.
have to give me the money to join with me, but I don't do it. Once the girl like I said, it was no competition with money. He paid me to do that, so I ain't
Right,
gonna go back. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I might get a judge that just say, "Oh, nah, yours ain't good on purpose." Nah, let me keep the same flow I got going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Work
yeah,
with me
yeah.
with my notoriety, get me in. That's fine by me. So,
Right, right,
um,
right.
like I said, you got a YouTube special or something you want to do? Just let me know. Hit me up. I don't mind. Like I said, guys, be honest with you. Do not DM me. That's the biggest mistake you can make. That's worse than sitting in quicksand because eventually you're gonna go down. But honestly, I can't. DMs. I got 6 phones, and there's so many of them that I don't even want to look. I go read one, here go 45 million other pop up. I just throw the phone. I'm not reading that. And sometimes I be mad because there be stuff in there. Like one guy, he wrote me. Well, there's a bunch of them. But I just tell this story. Guy wrote me like 3 years ago. He's like, "You just answered me now." I thought it was new. So I'm bad with that. Texting me directly or calling me, man, I tell you, it's the greatest thing ever. Because you're gonna get me directly. But if you
Okay.
decide to DM me, man, it's the biggest mistake you can make. You might as well crash into Jesus pit stop sign. Because
Oh my goodness.
you don't stand a chance. I could go 3, 4 weeks without even looking at it. So, but my phone I use daily, and I always got it. So that's the best way. So 702-742-1784. Uh, whatever it may be. I'll
Right.
do it. Y'all know anybody with a podcast want me on, and you want to do some sort of show, whatever it is, I don't got no problem with doing it.
I
All
can
right,
dig
every
it.
post I do, my number's there. That's the first thing I put up there.
That's
So
true.
you can't
Yeah.
miss it. It does work. I swear I've gotten over being called. I didn't know the number worked. You know it worked. Why I look like conducting business and I'm giving a fake number? That don't even make sense. So you get some people that don't know. But yeah, that's the best way. All you gotta do is go to my page. You look. That number I post is gonna work. If it says, oh, this person didn't use this time, that's AT&T. That's not me. If you text me or you leave a voice note, it's gonna happen. So if the phone says nah, it's AT&T, they lousy system. That's all. All right.
Cool. I'm gonna go charge my phone, but yeah, my phone's about to die, so I need to
All right.
call it.
We'll continue later on.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Hey, one love, y'all. Be good. See you.
All right.